Yeah, there we go.
Woo! Woo! It is time. Hello, and welcome to our living room. Dining room. Hello, and welcome to Extra Life 2020. It is finally Extra Life, and hello, everybody. It has definitely been a long, strange trip, but here we are. Oh, for Pete's sake, why won't this pause? There we go. The music won't pause. It's okay. So that was some miracle of sound that we were listening to.
It is our dining room. It's much nicer than our old place, I'll say that.
Yeah, much more spacious. We have more space. I want to say a quick thank you to Tyler, who has made several $5 donations in the last couple of minutes. That is because Tyler is trying desperately to win one of the Date with Derek prize, which is one of the traditional Extra Life prizes. This year, the Date with Derek is a chance to watch the movie Armageddon. Yeah, Armageddon with Derek. And boy, that sounds like a fun time.
It sounds like a time, anyhow.
Yeah. Derek, not a fan of Armageddon. No. So that should definitely be an interesting time to watch that with him. What else is going on? So, a little bit about what Extra Life is. So this is a fundraising stream. We are going to be playing games, doing giveaways, generally providing you, the chat, with an opportunity to hang out with us while we do this. Normally, Extra Life for Battleground has been a huge party where we fill the store with people and we play games for 24 or 25 hours. It is an enormously fun time, which we can't do this year. For one thing, the store can't be open after 9:30. For another, the maximum capacity is still 20 people. But we have no maximum capacity on Twitch, so as many people as would like are welcome to join us. I can see that right now we have Lobster of Revenge in chat, which is good because he's going to be playing a game with us in a few minutes.
So weird to see daylight outside your windows.
Yeah,
it
right?
is.
Yeah, lots of daylight. Sort of, we're backlit, which is not perfect, but that's whatever it is. What we are going to be doing is periodically throwing to the store. Right now we have Abington correspondent Sims waiting on the line, so we will be seeing him momentarily. Maybe we'll be seeing Derek. We'll see what happens with that. And as I said, giveaways, prizes, Sims will cover some of that. To start out with, let's post the link in chat. If you go to this link, that is Sims's page for raising funds. You can click there, and there is a wide variety of cool promotional items that we'll be giving away. You can look through that list. There's some amazing stuff, and I know that once we have Sims on the line, he will talk about some of that. And then what we're going to be doing here in our apartment is we're going to be playing some games, and Sims is going to be playing some games. Our friend John Toomey is going to be joining Sims. We can't keep the store open after 9:30, but they will still be there. They're going to spend the night in the store playing games, having a great time, and giving stuff away throughout the evening.
They'll just be locked in.
They'll just be locked in. Yeah, the store will be closed. It'll just be the two of them. They have both, just so that everybody's aware, they have both been tested for COVID and gotten negative test results within the last couple of days. So they will not be masked, but they are as safe as they possibly can be, locked together in the store there.
They've both been very careful, so.
Yeah. Once we come back from Sims, we're going to have our first event of the day, which is going to be a game of Kobolds Ate My Baby. This is a game that was recommended by Pi when I said that I wanted to do something, Insidious Pi in chat. This is a game that was recommended when I said I wanted to do something with chat participation that was a role-playing game. I said I wanted to do something where the chat got to recommend things for things to happen in a RPG game. And everybody pushed back saying, you don't want to do that with Twitch chat. They are going to murder you. So Pi recommended a game that's all about murdering the player characters. You will see. Kobolds Ate My Baby, and we have some giveaways to go with that. So we're going to be running some giveaways. This is going to be so much fun. Before we get to that, though, let us go to Sims. I'm going to unmute him. Sims, can you hear me?
Hey,
there it is! All right, hang on a second. I have to bring up the screen for everybody. Hang on. The wrong window is being...
We're getting you twice, says 10 Rabbit Bears and Pi. I see you're echoing.
Yeah. I can fix that.
I suspect it's because Andy has a mic on there, and we also have our room mics.
Yeah,
if you could mute me. There we go. That should fix that.
Am I echoing?
No, not terribly. So we can
Well, they
hear
were
you,
saying-
Sims. We just can't see you yet because I'm having some trouble here.
Yeah, they say I'm echoing too because I'm sitting close enough to you that your mic is picking me up.
You shouldn't be echoing now. Oh, unless mute your microphone, I guess. Yeah.
No, I mean we.
No, do not mute Sims.
I didn't mute Sims.
No, he asked me if we should mute him.
Thank you for the follow, Jay Towers.
J Towers 27.
And thank you for hosting 10 Rabbit Bears. We appreciate that. I'm just finishing my lunch.
This is great doing tech support on stream. Amanda, why don't you talk a little bit while I try to fix this?
Mouthful. Hi. How's it going, chat? Welcome.
Sims, do you want to start describing some of the items we can give away? And once I have the window up,
Yeah, I can definitely do that. Let me pull up the list of.
Wow,
awesome.
I am getting a big echo from you, Sims.
Is that for me?
Super.
It's probably because you have, I don't know. Everything's on.
It's okay.
Andy has been working all morning to get this all working. It all sounds okay now, but Amanda is very soft since our mic is off. Yeah, I'm basically talking through the mic on Andy's headphones.
Oh, you know what? There. Sims,
Am I
talk
good?
a little bit. There.
Thank you for the donation, Anonymous. So one of my friends who is in the chat just asked me a question that is very relevant, and I'm gonna share that information. So we also are very invested in the Desert Bus for Hope charity marathon that will be going on a week from now. And one of the rules that they have is that they do not allow profanity on their stream during the charity marathon because it's for the children, as we are also doing things for the children. And we try to keep things fairly PG here on our on the Battleground channel. So if you're on the Battleground channel, if you're on your own channel and you're being hosted, Andy and I are on the Battleground channel. Sims is going to be on the Battleground channel. I think John is going to be on the Battleground channel. If you're on your own channel and we're hosting you, that's up to you. But on our channel, we are going to be avoiding profanity as much as we can. Gosh darn it. Yeah, exactly. Maybe replacing certain things with bus. But yeah, we're going to try and keep things fairly clean on our channel just because it is for the children.
Yep. And I did
So-
not put a adult warning on
Yeah.
the channel.
So we're gonna keep things.
Just as a heads up,
Yeah.
that will change for the Midnight Werewolf game.
Yeah, the werewolf game is its own thing, and you're in for what you're in for.
So now I have Sims on the line. Hello, Simeon Cortisano.
Hold on.
Welcome to
Our
the
man
stream.
in Abington.
Yes, our
Right.
man on the street. In Abington. Not
Am I
on the
coming in
street.
loud and clear?
You are. Yeah, we can hear you fine. So Sims, tell us about yourself and how Extra Life came to Battleground.
Oh, geez, you
Show
want to hear the
us some
story of
prizes. Yeah.
how it came to
we wanna know.
Battleground? All right, so everyone sitting down. So basically, it started when I came across an article when PAX East was first coming to Boston, and there was it was just an article about PAX East, and then in the comments section, there was a person who said something about, oh, finally something to get these couch potatoes up and doing something, and it for whatever reason, I don't know, maybe I was hungry, hangry, but it irked me, and I was like, gamers aren't couch potatoes, and at that time I had just watched what's that,
I can hear
the
what
Speed
you're saying.
Put
Gamers
headphones
doing their
in.
charity.
I don't have headphones on right now.
And then we had Battlegrounds had just done a child's play thing, and I was like, dude, I know we can do so much better. And Extra Life was on my mind because I had just seen a couple streams, and I asked Derek, and Derek agreed. Derek, the owner, and he was like, yeah, I'll keep my store open 24 hours. Why not?
Yeah, we might get Derek on this call. We're waiting.
And that's pretty much how it happened. And then now here we are 7 years later. Can you believe that? This is our 7th year.
years. That's unbelievable.
I know. It's
That happened.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's 7 years. Soon it's gonna be 10.
Oh, we'll have to do something special for the 10th year anniversary. Definitely. So what are we doing this year? What are we giving away?
Okay, so we've got a lot of things that people have, people can win. I'm just gonna go right down the list, and you can all see this on the on my donation page. And so the first thing we've got up for grabs is a custom portrait by Allison McGlone. Allison's
Oh,
a
yeah. That's gonna be
professional
very
comic
cool.
book artist, and she has agreed to do a custom portrait of either your D&D character or some other original character. So that sounds like a really cool thing.
So basically, one winner of that
Yep.
is
Yeah,
going
so
to
for
get
a
a chance
$10
to pick up
donation,
something from her.
you get your name thrown into a hat, and you can get your D&D character. It'll come to life.
Yeah. And there's
So
some example art if you follow that link, if you go to the Extra Life
And
fundraiser
then
page.
next on the list is we've got 2 scarves. We've got an Extra Life scarf and an Extra Life Infinity scarf from Jules.
You could actually show those off there, right
Oh.
there. There.
Yeah, hold on. Give me 1 sec.
Yes. From Jules.
I just grabbed the Infinity scarf. I want to take it out of the bag.
I think so.
This thing looks really comfortable.
Oh,
It even
is
comes with
so
washing
comfy and
instructions.
warm. Yes,
So-
from Insidious Pie.
Take it out.
So the Infinity Scarf is just a loop,
This thing,
or it's a Mobius strip, right?
yeah, it's just endless. It doesn't even, there's like no end to it in the bag. But here it is.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's warm. It's so
It's
soft.
very soft.
I won the non-infinity scarf that she did last year, and it kept me toasty throughout the winter. That was fantastic. It's like
All
a
right, so we've
circle.
got those, and
round and
then
round.
we've got a custom piece by Mike DeFonte. Am I saying
Yes.
that right?
Yep, Mike DeFont.
And that's in a precious box right now, but you can check out the sample art You can check out the actual piece itself on the donation page.
Yeah.
And then Jules has also donated a custom necklace. Is it? Wait, do we have?
There's 2 of them.
There's
Yep.
2 of them. So we have 2 of them. So 2 lucky winners will get picked, and each one will get a custom-made necklace from Jules.
Lobster has a good question in chat, and I'm sure Pi will have the answer to this. Is the yarn wool or synthetic? I'm pretty sure it's synthetic,
I don't know.
but
actually.
Pi will have an answer for that. There is a little note on the front of the package, but I don't think it says what the yarn is.
No, it's just the laundry instructions.
Yeah.
And then next up for grabs, we've got Wormwood is
Oh,
been
Wormwood
awesome
has
every year.
been working with us for years.
Yeah, since the beginning. And they donated a Purple Heart dice vault. So
So gorgeous.
how's that coming through? Looking good?
Hold it up a little bit more. It's
Oh.
not on camera. There it is. Yeah. So those dice vaults are fantastic. They're magnetically sealed. Yep. Little Wormwood logo.
Yep. So someone will get
And
that.
that purple heartwood is gorgeous.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got that. And then next up, we've got 2 Zendikar Commander decks,
Yep.
which are right here. So we'll have a winner for each.
$55 value. I think one person wins both.
Oh, one person wins both. Oh, that's even better. Wow.
I assume it's however you want to do it.
Oh. Well, now I'm on the spot. Let's do one each.
Okay. So one person will win one deck and one will win the other.
Yeah. So we'll
Cool.
do that. Okay, we got that. Okay, then we've got a limited edition giant size King Domino board game.
Yeah.
Get that.
So this was a promotional item that Blue Orange sent to us a while back. And for anybody who's familiar with King Domino, it was the Spiel des Jahres, the game of the year, 3 years ago. It's a really simple to pick up game, a lot of fun. We've played it on stream a few times. And this particular version that Sim has is an exclusive version that's not available at retail. It's twice the size of normal King Domino, I think. I'm pretty sure it says exclusive right on the box or something.
Yeah, it's a giant version.
Giant version. Limited edition and available as a giveaway to somebody who donates.
Yep.
Extra Life.
And then we've got 2 loaves of homemade sourdough bread.
Yes, made by me. So I took up bread making during the whole pandemic thing, and I've made quite a lot of sourdough bread. I made my own starter, and once you've got a sourdough starter, you pretty much committed. You have to make bread once every other week at the longest. And I happen to really love the bread that I've been making. Pi can attest that it is good. Yes, she says it is amazing. I highly recommend it in grilled cheese sandwiches, or you can mop up soup with it. Just we'll eat some of it on stream for you later.
It sounds so good right now. I haven't had lunch yet.
Yeah, neither have I. I really haven't had breakfast. I just had a bunch of coffee.
So a couple things that aren't up there on the donation page.
Secret
We've
hidden
got
gifts.
this awesome print of All's Dust. It's signed by the artist and altered a little bit. This was from 2017, but still.
Yeah. So we had that as a giveaway, and I think it arrived late or something. So we didn't have it as one of the giveaways in an envelope.
Yep. So that'll get added. Something that hasn't been added yet is this this awesome piece right here. Can you see?
Yeah.
This is a
So pretty.
an original sketch done by his name is Francisco Rivera. I don't know if any of you out there collect any of the top Star Wars cards. but he's an artist that can be found within those series, that set or series. He actually previewed some of his newest pieces that's going to be going in the next Star Wars set, and I think it was one of them included Yoda, which was pretty sick.
Ooh.
But he was nice enough to do this awesome piece of Han and Leia, so that'll get added to the site later. So keep an eye out for that. We'll let you know.
Folks will want that.
So, and then we've got 2 pint glasses.
That's right.
Let me take this out. Oh, here from the Chessex, and then it says Lab Dice. It's backwards on the camera, but
yeah.
And then is this gonna come with dice? Did we decide that?
Yeah. Just dump some dice in there. You've got some dice there, right?
Yeah, I've got some dice. I'm gonna start dumping dice in here. So someone's gonna get a glass full of dice. We've got 2, and these are pretty sweet. So, and then, oh yeah, we've got a couple of Star Wars Destiny playmats that will be given away. We've got so much.
We always do. We always end up with so many presents. I mean, that's even without the Destiny, it's just Admiral Thrawn. It's awesome.
Admiral Thrawn, and then this is the other one. This is Ashoka, right?
Yeah,
I think so.
Looks like.
So we'll give those away, and then, obviously we've got the Armageddon screening with Derek.
Yep, we talked about that.
That's his favorite movie, right?
His absolute favorite. He will tell you how much he loves Armageddon.
That's totally worth
on
it.
The call with us.
And then finally, I think we have to mention this is Derek has agreed to DM a one-shot adventure for a lucky group. And this isn't just any one shot. Like Derek goes all out with when it comes to DMing his games. And most likely it won't be just like for an afternoon. I think he even discussed with us that there's the potential that it might be a couple afternoons at least.
So when Derek DMs a game, he has a TV set up as the map. So he's got the map projected from beneath using I think he uses Roll20, but he might use a new system now. And then Derek has an extremely comprehensive collection of minis. So when you fight kobolds, you'll actually have little kobold minis on there. He, like you said, he goes all out on his games, and we'll have him describe it to us when he wakes up.
Yeah, he's got a soundtrack and everything.
Yeah. So it's going to be an amazing time for some lucky winner. He uses Foundry. Okay.
Yeah, and that's I just want to add that's going to be we're going to pick one lucky person, and then it's going to be that one person and up to 5 of their friends. So
exactly. Yeah, and I think he specified the date already, so you need to clear your calendar.
Mm-hmm. And we've also got Battleground shirts available.
Oh, do we still have shirts left? I thought they were all gone.
No, the hoodies are gone.
Okay.
But I'm gonna try to convince Derek to put up more hoodies if we can.
Shirts still available. Get them now before they disappear. So yeah, there is so much to look forward to.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. I'm gonna add a mana crypt later today too.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got a mana crypt. Someone will win.
We'll talk that up when we get to the Magic stream. We're gonna play some Magic at some point.
And you never know. We could add more stuff later on through the day.
Absolutely. So I see we got another donation, or that's the anonymous one. We had a bunch from Tyler, and then we had an anonymous donation at the beginning of the stream. What are we sitting at for dollar values? My total is too small for me to see right now.
So we've got 1,171.
Nice. It's a start.
It is a start. It definitely is a start.
And 10 Rabbit Bears in chat has done an astonishing game. Oh, thank you very much for the follow, JFM 710. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, 10 Rabbit Bears is going to be doing some streaming, and he's been raising a ton of money as part of our team. Jules, who is Insidious Pie in chat, she's been doing a great job raising some funds. Like you said, she's donated a bunch of stuff, and we'll be going to her stream at some point. She does every Saturday night. She has community play-alongs. So she'll be doing some Jackbox games and some Broken Picture Phone and stuff like that. In the meantime, I think we're going to go to our first game of the night.
Cool.
We're going to play some... Oh, did you have something else you wanted to say, Sims?
Oh, no. Just looking forward to it.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to play some Kobolds Ate My Baby, which is something I've been looking forward to for a while. So give us a couple of moments to turn things around here. I'm going to put up the welcome screen for a couple of moments, and we're going to switch Zoom calls and come right back with some kobolds. Don't go away. Give us a moment.
sound okay? Like, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you sound great.
Hello. You're not getting any echo from you or anything?
Nope.
Fix that.
All right, I think are we coming across in stream yet? No.
I believe so. And bring it up. Oh, just moving it to another monitor. There we go.
No, it is capturing us. Okay. Adjust windows here. Hang on a moment.
Oh, for both decks. That's cool.
And we're back. Give me a second here, folks. I just want to make sure that everybody can unmute themselves, and we will introduce our players. Welcome. There we go. It's working. So, hello, everybody, and welcome to Chat Ate Our Kobolds, which is going to be our game for this evening, or our inaugural game for this Zoom call. I'm going to there. Did that work? Yeah.
Well,
Sorry, I got distracted doing stuff on stream. Over here we have Amanda.
Hello.
Down below her we have Lobster of Revenge, aka David.
Ahoy.
And then directly below me we have Andrew. Yes, welcome.
I am
Andrew.
glad to be here.
Yay, okay, so I can
Hello,
hear all of
visual.
you folks. Yes, hello everybody. And welcome to Chat Ate Our Kobolds. So the way this is going to work is, I know that Amanda and Lobster have never played Kobolds Ate My Baby, and Andrew, I think you said that you had played once before in the long
played
distance.
it at PAX like a few years ago as one of the demos when
Mhm.
we didn't do Arena. That was the last time I played.
Okay. So it's been a while since you've had a chance to play.
Yeah. It's been a while.
There we go.
My dice are in the other room. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. Amanda's going to go get some dice. While she does that, I'm going to talk a little bit about Kobolds Ate My Baby and how this game works. So in Kobolds Ate My Baby, you, the players, are kobolds. And the world is basically out to get you. Kobolds in this game are not draconic blood creatures as they are in 5th edition D&D. They are little yappy dog creatures. And they are delicious, and everything wants to eat them, including other kobolds. They are basically walking chicken nuggets with crunchy bones in. They are perfect little treats for anything that wants them, but they are also astonishingly astonishingly fecund. Is that correct? They make more kobolds fast, is what I'm saying. Their god, the big red god, he is the god of kobolds and also the god of anger because he hates kobolds so much. Vor, the big red god, hates kobolds so much that when he became god of kobolds, he also became god of anger. Amanda is having trouble finding her dice.
They were on
Oh,
the
no.
table because I was doing D&D in the library, and now they're not there because everything got moved for Extra Life. I don't know where they got them, but I'm not
That's
the one who
and
moved them.
I don't recall moving any dice.
It was the box. The die rolling box has my dice in it. Not here. That's a problem.
Well, I can give you a couple of d6. Oh, you found it.
I have more.
Yep, she found it. She found her dice. Oh, thank you, Andrew.
Anytime.
So yeah, what you will require for this game is some d6, a pen or pencil, a bunch of character sheets, because I strongly suspect that some of you are going to die over the course of this adventure.
That's weird.
So strange.
Yeah.
And we're going to get recommendations from our friends in chat for things to happen to you folks as we play. I should say, for anybody who is a fan of this game, I'm playing oh, thank you, Andrew, for the weird holodeck room now. I'm going to be playing a little fast and loose with the rules. One of the major features of Kobolds Ate My Baby and many of the expansions are the hilarious ways that kobolds can die. Normally, when a kobold takes enough horrible death points, there's a potential for you to roll on a death table to see what happens to them. It's not always a death. Sometimes it's just something awful that happens to the party, or something that doesn't really work in their favor. We're going to be looking at those charts, but we're not necessarily going to be rolling on those if somebody gets to that point. We're going to ask chat to help us out. We also, as I mentioned earlier, we do have some giveaways to go with this. Is that the box that Amanda just gave me? Yes. So the folks at ninth level, I told them we were going to be playing this tonight, and they were astonishingly kind and sent us some free giveaway stuffs. So we have 3 copies of Kobolds Ate My Baby in color. You can't have the copy we're using because that's Pies, but we have 3 to give away. We have 2 of the sequel book, Even More Things to Kill and Eat. So we'll be giving those away during the course of this stream. And even more exciting, if you are a fan of Penny Arcade or Penny Arcade, the pins that Penny Arcade produced, we have a whole bunch of these. These are Kobold Penny Arcade pins, and we will be giving some of those away over the course of this adventure. Before we can get to any of that, however, we need to make some characters. So has everybody got their character making hats on? And does everybody have a Kobolds Ate My Baby sheet? Yeah, I wanted a mayor hat. The GM of Kobolds is entitled the mayor, but I didn't do what I should have done. Excellent, Andrew. That is perfect. Your kobold is 100% going to get eaten by a tentacled monster at some point. Amanda's looking for something to wear on her
For a
head.
hat.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what hat I can wear. I gotta
Okay.
get it from the living room.
Let's talk a little bit about the system here. It's a very simple system known as the beer and pretzels system. Your stats are B, E, E, and R.
Yeah.
That is brawn, ego, extraneous, and reflexes. And we're going to start by rolling those stats. So everybody take 2d20, or I'm sorry, 2d6. 2d6.
Man.
And roll them 4 times. And the sum of each of those rolls goes into brawn, ego, extraneous, and reflexes on your kobold sheet. Oh, good. Amanda's got her hat. She's on
I
her
got
way
multiple
back.
hats.
Oh no.
That sounded good. That sounded excellent.
Well, some of them are. Ooh, I like that. That's good.
So what am I doing? I'm rolling d6s.
Yep, 2d6 for each of the stats: brawn, ego, extraneous, and reflexes. And we'll talk a little bit about what these are. Brawn.
Oh, 9.
Perfect. Brawn is your toughiness. It is how strong your kobold is. Ego is your cunning and intelligence. Extraneous is your role-playingness. Extraneous is where you would expect to find any stats that a RPG player would use to do RPG sort of stuff. And reflexes, obviously, is your ability to dodge and throw things and things like that.
I have rolled well.
Have
All
you
mine are
indeed?
really good, except for one.
Has everybody got their brawn, ego, extraneous, and reflexes?
Yes.
All right. Next, you're going to use, and you don't have it, but I can read it out to you or show it to you, the handy chart. The handy chart. This is how you're going to determine your meat, cunning, luck, and agility. So the handy bit is that you point at a number and use your hand to move across there. So if, for example, you have a brawn of 1 to 2 or 1 to 4, you have a meat of 1. I think you folks get the idea.
Wait, hold on. Where does this go?
So your brawn handy is going to go to meat.
I see.
Yep. Ego is going to go to cunning. Extraneous is going to go to luck. And reflexes is going to go to agility.
So.
Ooh, thank you very much for the follow, Secret Spud. Welcome. We are playing Kobolds Ate My Baby. And we are currently rolling up our first. Oh, and everybody's got their hats now, except me. I am the hatless one. All right. Has everybody got their secondary stats now?
Almost. Hold on.
Oh, sorry. I'll put it back up.
Make your screen bigger so I can actually read it.
Oh, sorry. If you have a question, I can just read it out to you.
So 3. And last one is okay. I'm good.
Can you read out? Can you read out Ego 11?
11 is going to be a 3, so that will give you a cunning of 3.
What about a 7?
A 7 would give you a 2.
And what about an 8?
Also a 2.
Okie doke, I'm all set.
Okay. The next thing we need to do is to choose your skills. Now, this is a little bit complicated, but not very complicated because kobolds are not that smart. You can have up to 6 skills. The number of skills that you can have is going to be equal to your cunning, I believe. Let me double check. So the more cunning you are, the more skills you can have. Agility, skills. It should be noted that every kobold knows how to cook. So you must choose the cook skill unless you are a kobold who doesn't know how to cook, in which case you have to tell me that you did not take the cook skill. You also cannot have too many in one category of skills. So you have to have 1 brawn skill, 1 ego, 1 extraneous, and 1 reflexes before you can move on to having 2 of any one of them. Did that make sense to everybody?
Yep.
So the number of skills can never exceed your ego, unless because kobolds are kind of dim, you have exactly 5 ego, in which case you can take 7 skills. Does anybody have 5 ego? Okay.
No,
Maybe
but I'm
when we
not-
get to the next characters, somebody will luck out. and
So you get the
7.
number of skills equal to your cunning?
Correct. Up to 6 skills. And 1 skill in each category before you can take a second skill.
So it's the number of your cunning, not the number of your ego.
Correct.
Oh,
Yeah, your maximum is 6. You cannot have more than 6 skills.
so I have 1 skill. Cool.
Excellent. Did you
I
take
get
cook?
2.
No,
You did not take cook.
no.
All right, Andrew, you did not take cook, so you get a horrible kobold death record hit. So on the right-hand side of your kobold sheet is a
Yep.
little thing there with 13 horrible kobold death marks.
Yep.
You take a check in your horrible kobold death marks.
Cool.
All right, now, anytime you add or subtract a check from your horrible kobold deaths, you roll 2d6 and add that to the number of checks you have. So roll 2d6,
Oh,
add that to the number of checks you have.
4.
All right, you're fine. Yes. If you ever have more than 13 as a result of that roll, a horrible death happens to your kobold. So that's how
Got it.
death in this game works. Did anybody else not take cook?
I'm
Everybody
cooking
else?
and wrestling.
All right. So cooking is a major part of the game. It is something kobolds love to do. They like to cook things. By cooking things, you will be replenishing hit points and getting perks and stuff like that. So you constantly want to be on the lookout for things you can cook, heat sources to cook things with, and objects that you can cook in. So you need utensils, you need a food source and a heat source in order to cook something. And if you decide you want to cook, just tell me and we'll go through the cooking rules.
Except for my character who doesn't know how to cook.
Yeah, you could still cook, you would just have more trouble doing it.
Oh, okay. I'm just not a good cook. Okay.
Right. You probably taste delicious though.
I better.
Yeah. All
You
right,
can
so
burn water.
Andrew, what skills did you take?
Fast?
I'm sorry?
Fast?
Fast. Okay, so let me read you what fast is. That is a reflexed skill. You feel the need for speed. As a fast kobold, you are a natural sprinter with the ability to increase your move. The difficulty of the rolls equal to 1 die per map square. So basically you can move extra spaces by rolling against your fast skill.
Cool.
Amanda, what skills did you take? You took wrestling and cooking?
Wrestling and cooking.
Well, we covered cooking. So wrestling is a brawn skill. You are good at grabbing other living things and slamming them to the ground, usually with some flair. The difficulty of this action is equal to the agility of the target. After a successful wrestling takedown, so it's basically like attacking things, and we'll cover that in a little bit. Anything that is at least slightly smaller than your head, you can spend an action to stuff it in your mouth. So you're good at grabbing things, wrestling them to the ground, and possibly eating them. Eating is the thing that kobolds do a lot of. Lobster, what skills did you take?
I've got shoot, cook, and sneak.
Okay. So shoot is, I believe, an extreme. No, cook is an extraneous. Reflex is sneak. You are a shifty little fellow with the ability to move quietly and remain undetected. Moving quietly and going unnoticed are not things normally associated with kobolds, but they do come in handy. The base difficulty for the sneak action is the highest cunning of anything that you are trying to sneak past. So you can sneak things past things by rolling sneak. And shoot, if you should happen to acquire something that you can shoot with. Some ancient kobold figured out that if you were here and someone else who you really want to kill is way over there, it was easier to hurl something vicious at them to get them to come to you than to get them to come to you to get murdered. but as kobolds aren't big or strong, they didn't have much early success flinging sharp rocks or badgers at their quarry. Eventually, they learned they could use tools to make projectiles go faster and further. Voila! Kobold archery was born. So yes, you can attempt to kill things by shooting them. You will need to acquire an implement with which to shoot, which means we are moving on to equipment now. So every kobold, when they reach the age of majority, gets to go to the bazaar. It is the bazaar. Oh, edges and bogeys. Sorry. So everybody gets one edge and one bogey at least, I think. Yeah. So we are going to roll on the random edge chart and the random bogey chart. So everybody roll 1d6 and tell me what you got.
1d6, okay.
I rolled a 2.
Amanda, you are bouncy. That
I'm-
is an edge.
Let's see.
So in the edges, which is the plus edge thing right under your name, write bouncy. The gods have decreed you will never fall to your death. No matter how far you may fall or how much damage you take from a fall, your kobold will always have at least one hit after hitting bottom and will bounce into a random adjacent square.
And I've
Lobster,
got
what did you
five-
roll?
I've got 5 for edge.
You have troll blood.
In his body or a vial of it?
No, in his body.
Oh,
One of your
okay.
ancestors was into some kinky stuff, and you are reaping the benefits. You have the wondrous ability to quickly regenerate damage. If you spend one turn licking your wounds and doing nothing else, you regain 2 hits. This power is in your genes, not your tongue. You only get the benefits from licking your own wounds. You can't lick your friends, but you can lick your friends, but you can't lick your friends' genes. Andrew, what did you roll?
I also got a 5.
Okay, you also have troll blood. We have 2 troll-blooded fellows and 1 bouncy. Now each roll to get a random bogey.
So basically, I'm a gummy bear.
Yes, bouncing here and there and everywhere.
I rolled a 1.
You have an animal foe. You spent your puppyhood kicking dogs and lighting cows on fire. As a result, all animals get a bad vibe from being near you. All animals within your map square will try to flee and will attack you if you look at them funny.
And I got a 2.
You are flammable. Spending a bit too many hours around the cooking fire has coated your pelt with a fine, flammable combination of soot and grease. Anytime you come into contact with anything that could spark a fire, you ignite, taking 2 damage per turn until you spend a turn to stop, drop, and roll yourself out. Andrew?
A 5.
A 5. You are... Okay, this is a little awkward. You are in heat. Remember, this is a children's game.
That's sort of like me. I'm inflammable.
There you go. You're facing some big changes in your life this year, and dogs have begun to notice. If you encounter a dog, it will follow you around until it can get you alone. Every time you encounter an adult human, or anything with a leg as big as your body, you must make an ego roll or attempt to hump their leg.
I'm going to fail that left and right.
So, yeah. Now we go to the bazaar. So the bazaar is a room in the caves where all the trolls live, or where all the kobolds live, that is full of stuff that kobolds have acquired over the years. It is in 3 giant piles, and when you achieve your majority, you go through the bazaar sort of ritual. And this is where the young kobold is spun violently, and the ancient sort of hat is jammed over their eyes so they can't see, and then they dive into, yep, exactly like that. They dive into a pile and draw something out. So you are allowed to take 1 armor, 1 weapon, and 1 basic gear. let me find the pile names. Here we are. So they are the pile of things that you can wear to maybe not die. The pile of things that you can maybe hit somebody with pile. And the pile of things that are basically just like things pile. All right. So who wants to go first getting their equipment? Andrew, I should say, if you're feeling very bold, you can dive into the pile instead of just grabbing what's on top. Do you want to dive into the pile?
Yeah, doing it. Yep.
All right. So immediately take a Kobold Horrible Death Record check.
Oh, check. That's 2d6.
So you mark one of the things, that's your second one, and then you roll 2d6. And if the sum of those 2d6 plus the number of marks you have is greater than 13, something happens.
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. So go ahead and roll 1d6 to see what you get out of the Seasoned Veterans Random Armor chart.
4.
You get Leather Jacket. It gives you 6 armor hits. So you see where it has hits there? You're going to put a 6 under armor hits. And it gives you a perk. You get Fonzie. Where's Fonzie? Doesn't say what that perk is. Booze, bracers, circle, backpack. Oh, there we are. All right, as I suspected, this doesn't give any bonus. You just feel really, really cool.
I am really cool.
All right, so next you're going to be rolling for your weapon. Do you want to dive into the pile?
Yep.
Oh, man. All right, take a check. Dive right in there.
Nope, I only rolled a 4.
Okay.
We're good. And then roll a d6.
A single d6.
6.
You get a flail. It has a damage of 2.
Is there a spot for that?
Yes, it's going to be either in your right paw or your wrong paw.
I'm going to put it in the right paw.
That's so anti-left-handedness.
Yeah. At least half the people on this stream are left-handed.
You said that's a 2?
Yeah, so that's going to be 2 damage. You also get a negative perk. You get a bogey, which is flail. What makes you think you could use such a complex tool? With all that swinging and swinging, things are bound to go wrong. Whenever you miss an attack with this weapon, make a second attack against yourself.
I love it.
All right, one more roll. We are going for your basic gear. Are you diving into the pile?
Yep.
Andrew, I think that you are power gaming, so take 2 checks.
All right. I'm just diving in because I don't know if that's, I don't know. I don't remember how this works. I'm just going with it.
So take
right,
one check and then take a second check.
All right. So the first one plus 4 is 11. I'm getting closer.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
And
Plus
another one.
5.
I rolled 2 1s. Woo! Snake eyes.
All right. All right. But
Rigged.
you're up to 5 death records
I
already.
am. I don't know
So
what's gonna
roll 1d6 to see what equipment you get.
5.
All right. You get Thieves' Tool. This short length of lead pipe has a myriad of uses for the clever kobold, from encouraging locks to open or convincing kobolds to give you things that they might not want to part with, or distracting someone while you're rustling through their pockets. It provides a bonus die to any thievery action if the player can convince the mayor how the tool helps. Who's next to get their equipment? All right, Lobster.
Okay, I'm going to start with the armor department.
Yep. Are you going to be diving into the pile?
No, I'm just going to be taking whatever's on top with a 1.
With a 1, you get a small shield. It has 4 armor hits, but you have to hold it in one of your paws. It's not wearable.
I'm putting it in my right paw.
Okay. Oh, Andrew, make a note that you have your flail in the right paw, and in the wrong paw you have your tools. Kobolds
I figured.
have not figured out how to store stuff, so they can wear an item and they can hold 2 items. But if you find something else you want, you have to drop something to pick it up.
So they haven't figured out pockets yet. Got it.
Correct. All right, Lobster, what are you getting for a weapon?
I'm getting a 6 for a weapon.
That is another flail. Damage 2, but you have the potential to hurt yourself with it. And finally, for your basic gear,
3.
that is a bag of holding chickens. It is a bag that can hold chickens. You have to carry it around. If you find any chickens, you can stuff them in the bag. It can hold an infinite number of them. But if you ever drop it, or if you ever die, all the chickens come out and start attacking everybody.
Well, I already have
True.
something in each paw, so I'm out of luck.
So you could just drop the bag.
I guess so.
All right, it doesn't have any chickens in it right now, so nothing interesting happens. Amanda, you are kobold number 1, I see.
Yeah, I am.
Are you
needs
diving
a name
into
when
the
you have a
armor
number.
pile?
I'm gonna dive into the equipment pile or to the armor pile.
Okay, so first you take your check. Then you roll 2d6.
That would be a 4.
Okay. And then you roll 1d6 to see what you get.
A 2.
That is a colander helm. It is a 8 armor hits. But it also apparently is something that you can't wear very effectively. My guess is that it keeps falling off your head, so you have to sort of constantly grab it and put it back on. So you have to have a paw free to grab it.
Annoying.
Do you want to roll for a weapon now?
Yeah, I'm just gonna take what's off the top for a weapon.
Okay. Go ahead.
3.
All right. That is a chain. It has 2 damage and gives you the climb edge. So now you can use that rope to climb. It should be noted that once you have used the rope to climb, you are never going to be able to roll it back up into as tight a coil. So it's going to get bulky and take up 2 inventory slots once you've used it once, if you want to keep it. And finally, your basic item.
I'll just take something off the top.
Okay.
6.
6 is lint, comma, belly button,
Sweet.
which I think is just lint. Let me double check. Yeah, it's just lint. You have
Never
some
know
lint.
when you might need a snack.
All right. I believe we are ready to play. So
That was a
now,
great game. Who won?
well, there's a space for victory points. Oh, I'm sorry, we don't have your hits. Everybody has your armor hits, but you don't know how many hits you have. I believe it is equal to your meat, but let me just double check.
Oh.
Turns, taking actions, how to kill things. Does anybody in chat know what your base hits are? I'm pretty sure it's your meat plus any perk bonuses that you get. But now I can't find it. Pi thinks I'm right. We're just going to call it, we're going to just say that's it. So I think we've filled out your sheets. As you fight stuff, you'll earn VP. And if you manage to get back to the cave, you can use VP to upgrade your character. Chat, this is the stage where I'm going to ask you to give us a recommendation. Can you put in chat a location or environment that might be inhospitable to kobolds? And we're going to start the game. So, the three of you, being fairly friendly with each other, although occasionally wanting to nibble on each other, are summoned to the royal chambers of King Torg. All hail King Torg!
Torg. That's right.
Hey, all hail King Torg.
Lobster, I saw you raise a hand. Did you all hail?
Torg.
All right, that was pretty good, actually. I'm gonna let that pass. So, King Torg.
All hail King Torg.
I'll help
Yes.
King Torg.
Oh, there we go. All right. Has informed you all that a mysterious glowing circle was found the last time adventurers came into the caves to seek for items and loot and to slaughter kobolds. It is the theory amongst the more erudite of the kobolds in the cave that this glowing circle leads to a source of wonderful foods, perhaps even human babies, which are the most delectable and easy to eat of kobold acquirable foods.
Keep good.
And he informs you that you, as the three most delicious, expendable, intelligent and effective hunters in the kobold caves, are going to be sent to investigate this glowing circle and tell us what is on the other side. I see we do have a recommendation in chat. Are we going to get any more recommendations? Does anybody else want to hop in? I also want to say thank you to the Delanceys for $25 donation. I didn't mention it at the time because we were in the middle of stuff, but thank you very much for the donation. This is all about raising funds. If anybody wants their recommendations in chat to have more weight in the game, accompanying it with a donation would certainly be a way to do that. So, tell me, adventuring kobolds, brave, delicious kobolds, what do you desire to do?
Sword up and go.
Advance to the circle.
Okay.
Babies.
So, possibly babies. Just outside the kobold cave is a circle. It's about 5 feet across. It's got glowing glyphs. It has sort of a whirlwind in the middle of it, and it's making a strange humming noise. This is something that was left behind by some adventurers, a constant plague upon kobolds, people slaughtering. There's always weak adventurers for some reason. The strong adventurers don't bother. But weak adventurers constantly come into the cave, the one home of all kobolds, in search of who knows what, and leave dead kobolds behind.
Can we throw something into it?
Certainly.
Let's
Look
throw
around for something to throw.
Gaktar.
You're going to throw Gaktar in?
Sure.
You'd have to catch me first. I run away from them.
All right, he is kind of speedy. So I believe he's going to get away from you when you attempt to grab him, which means he's nowhere near the circle when something emerges. Chat. What emerges from the circle? I could just roll.
I says cow.
A cow. So a very confused looking cow emerges from the circle and sort of looks around in befuddled wonderment.
A delicious cow.
Possibly delicious. Yes.
Doesn't matter.
It's a lot of cow.
I'm going to say Gaktar, I'm going to ask you to roll an ego check. So the way rolling a check works is you're going to roll 2d6 and your objective is to roll below the stat that I have requested. So roll
All right.
2d6 and you're trying to roll lower than your ego.
That's not gonna happen.
Oh,
Nope.
So
I got a 5. My ego is a 3.
these peculiar feelings that have been coursing through your veins of late come to the fore. Although you had run from the circle, you now find yourself oddly compelled to move towards this cow in
I can't watch.
in as seductive a manner as you can accomplish.
It's like a sexy run.
In your leather jacket
In my leather jacket.
Exactly, in your leather jacket.
that you think makes you look so cool.
So now we're going to get to the turn order. Because we're actually getting to a stage where we're going to have to do things.
Doing things is hard.
So the turn order is determined by your extraneous. So what is everybody's extraneous skill?
I've
Or
got
extraneous
our
stat?
skill or just our score.
Your score.
7.
6.
11.
11.
Everything but one score was very high.
Okay. So Gaktar, keeping in mind that you have this compulsion towards the cow,
Yeah.
what do you do on your action? Now, during your action, this is how actions work. We're going to go in order. So it's going to be Gaktar, then 7 was Lobster,
Yep.
and 6 was Amanda. Yep. So it's going to be Gaktar, Lobster, Amanda, or Kobold number 1.
Hey.
So in order, you're going to do stuff, and then I'm going to be the last person to do stuff, and then we'll go back to Gaktar. During your turn, you can take any number of actions that you want. Tell me what you want to do. You can use your skills. You can try to do things. However, for any more than one action, you're going to have to take a penalty. And the actions all become harder the more actions you try to do.
And for context, a penalty meaning to rolls or just bad things happen to Gaktar as he does things?
To rolls.
Okay.
However, if you fail a roll,
Yeah.
bad things happen. It should be said that moving is a free action. So you can move once for free. Gaktar, you're speedy, so you can take an extra move for free.
Gaktar's gonna move as close as he can to the cow,
Yep.
doing his moonwalk,
Mm-hmm.
and then trying to hit it with a flail.
Okay. So we are attempting to hit.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. So the way this is going to work is you're going to roll against the cow's dexterity, which is not terribly high. It has a agility of 1, which means you're going to be rolling 1 die against its agility. However, the cow is somewhat incensed because you're wearing a cow skin, So you're going to be rolling 2 dice and attempting to roll, because you're fighting melee with a flail, under your brawn.
So I
2
wanna
dice.
roll under that number.
Correct. You want to roll lower than your brawn in order to hit it.
All right. Oh, that went out of the way. What happens if I tie it?
Is it lower than, or is it lower than, or
Do I
equal?
add the flail to the number?
No, the flail is how much damage you do when
Right,
you
okay.
hit.
Because I tied it. I got 9s.
Okay. It must be under.
So I missed.
So you failed, which means you take a check on the horrible death record.
Well, it means I also attack myself because I missed, right?
Correct.
The flail.
Do the check first.
Okay, check first. 9 plus 6. Yep. Okay, that one did it.
Okay, that's over 13. Does anybody in chat have any recommendations for something horrible that happens to him as a result of failing his death save? If not, I'll roll on one of the death tables.
Gaktar
Alright.
is a daredevil. He likes to live on the edge.
Yeah, obviously. He's living very much on the edge.
Yeah. He doesn't even
Oh.
know how to
Oh,
cook.
here's in chat.
Well, there is the potential for that to happen, Pi, but that's a separate action. He's going to have to attack himself after this. All right, I'm gonna
It's
see.
gonna happen anyway.
Well, I mean, who knows what's going to happen? Well, I'm sorry to say, the big red god's big red lightning bolt of orthodox lightning. So apparently, you have broken some commandment of the big red god Vors. Orthodox followers follow strict dietary laws. Don't eat meat of the festering dead. Don't mix milk with sushi. Never serve red meat with sweet white wine, and so on and so forth.
That looked too cool.
At some point, yeah, maybe don't wear the clothing made of the things that you are attempting to kill.
Yeah.
Is a commandment of the red god, and lightning shoots out of the sky, and you are completely incinerated. Strangely, your equipment is not. So your jacket, your flail, and your lockpick drop to the ground completely intact.
I get the lockpick.
I get the jacket.
All right, so you guys can, on your turns, attempt to grab the stuff. And that is one character down. Andrew, if you want to start rolling up a new character and ask me any questions that you have while we move to Lobster's turn. Lobster, you've just witnessed one of your compatriots, probably not that close a friend, I don't know, you can tell me, incinerated by a bolt of lightning from the sky.
It
And
happened.
a very startled cow is standing next to it in the circle that you were ordered to investigate.
I am going to use my sneak ability, sneak up on the cow
Okay.
and capture its cowbell.
All right. So this is 2 different actions that you're taking. So each of them is going to have an increased difficulty. The cow is not particularly speedy. So the first piece is the sneak. We're sneaking against a cow's cunning, which is not much. Yeah. So it has 2 ego and therefore 1 cunning. So That is a difficulty 1 roll +1 because you are doing 2 actions this turn. So you're going to roll 2d6 and attempt to roll under your sneak ability, which is your reflexes score.
Okay, my reflexes is 8, and I roll a 8, so I didn't roll under.
You did not roll under. At this point, I should say to Kobold number 1, if you so desire, you can use your action now to assist him in his action, which is to say you use up your action or one of your actions to help him, if you so desire.
Help him get the cowbell.
Yeah.
I want to eat the cow.
Okay.
I don't care about the bell. I want that meat.
So in the sneaking, you failed. It detected you. So I believe that you're going to have to really work a little bit harder to get the bell because it is now alerted. So it's going to be a difficulty 3 attempt to swipe the bell from off its collar. And I'm going to say that sounds like a meta-gaming thing. So I'm going to say you're going to use your extraneous ability. So roll 3 and attempt to get under your extraneous. If you would like, you can attempt to get lucky. When you attempt to get lucky, you reduce your luck by 1. So your luck is your extraneous extra stat there. And remove a die from the difficulty. So you can reduce your difficulty from 3 to 2.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna reduce my luck down to 1,
Okay.
but I'm only gonna roll 2.
And you're attempting to get under your extraneous.
My extraneous is 7,
Okay.
and the answer is 10.
Oh no.
So I'm
All right. So you
foiled.
failed to get the bell. You failed to sneak, and you also used up a luck point. So we're going to add 3 horrible death record points. So we'll do them one at a time. First add 1, and then roll 2d6. Add that to the number of checks you have.
Okay, so I would check 1, but then I roll 2d6 and add that to 1, right?
Correct.
That makes it 4 altogether.
Nope. Just if it's under 13, you're still alive.
Okay,
And
got it.
you add another check, so you have 2 checks. Roll 2d6 and add that to 2.
And that is 12, but I'm still under
Close.
13.
Close. Yep, you're okay. And now you put a 3rd check on and roll a 3rd time.
Ah. So it's going to be 3 plus what I roll.
Correct.
Dang, I'm over.
No, what'd you roll?
I rolled 12.
12. Chat, do you have any recommendations? This attempted cowbell thief?
I just wanted more cowbell.
Did you have a fever?
Pi chooses number 4 from the chart.
Okay. Number 4. It's the Hindenburg, baby. What luck. You were just standing there when bonk, something soft and heavy lands on your head. You quickly grab it and discover it's a tiny baby. You're so elated with your good luck that you nearly miss the loud booms and screaming coming from above you. Looking up, you see a gnomish flying contraption burst into flames and plummet toward you. You and anyone else in your square must make a 5 dice reflexes roll to get out of the way before it hits the ground. Anyone remaining in the square will take 2d6 crushing damage from the falling debris, 2d6 fire from the explosions, and 2d6 gnomic damage just because. Those who make it out of the square only take half the damage.
Ouch.
Pretty
So
bad.
I have to roll 5d6 and come in under 8. Is that what you're telling me?
That's what I'm telling you.
Failed.
So this thing comes crashing down upon you. How much meat do you have, and how many armor points do you have?
I have 1 meat, and let's see, I have 4 armor points.
Okay. So I suspect the crushing damage is going to get you. Roll 2d6 and see how much crushing damage you take.
6.
So that's it, right? You had 5 total?
5 total.
Yeah. So you are crushed by a falling gnomic thing. Kobold number 1.
Oh, the Kobolds Ate.
This is plummeting towards you. You have a chance to roll 5d6 and dodge it. Can you roll under your reflexes with 5d6? Amanda?
Wait, I'm in the square?
So I should have mentioned, a square is a 25-foot area in this game.
How many d6s do I have to roll?
5.
5. You could get as low as 5.
Lobster, why don't you start rolling up another character while she does this?
Joke.
How much do I have to roll under?
Under your reflexes?
Yeah.
Do you want to try and get lucky to remove a die? What's your reflexes?
My reflexes are 11, so theoretically I could have done it. But I rolled 2 5s, a 6, a 4, and a 3. So
Wow. Wow. However, this falling thing is going to crush the cow as well. So let me roll for the cow. It has a reflexes of 4. It's not super fast. No, it has a reflexes of 2. So it rolled 9, 10, 17, which is more than 2. So the cow is crushed. And I'm going to say that the 1 victory point from the cow goes to Lobster to give to either himself or to Kobold number 1.
We have how many victory points from the cow?
1 victory point from the crushing of the cow.
Oh, can I give her half a victory point?
No, unfortunately, victory points are indivisible.
Okay, you can have my victory point since you
Aw.
survived under Kobold 1.
So Kobold 1 gets a victory point right before getting crushed.
yeah,
Victory
thanks.
points pass to your descendants. So almost immediately, Kobold number 1's immediate descendant shows up with 1 victory point and all the equipment that was dropped. So keep your equipment. That way we don't have to roll on the equipment tables again. You just have to roll new stats and take new skills. If anybody has a question about a skill at this moment while we're rolling up new characters.
So
Tell me what my skills are here. I've got 3 brawn. Oh, wait a second.
Okay.
You have to convert these into meat, cunning, luck, and
Yep.
agility.
Yep. I'll
So
put the
3
table up again for you.
Oh, yeah.
Here's
I pulled the rules.
the
by way,
handy
on my
chart.
computer to make it easier.
Okay.
I'm going to just see if I can find this handy chart somewhere.
Okay.
Is there anything you didn't want me to do? Because I just kind of went through the same process.
No, just do it exactly the same.
Okay.
But don't get new equipment. You're just going to use the equipment that your previous kobold left lying in the field.
That is also fine. That was actually part of my question.
Did you take new skills though? Oh, you already looked up the rules, so you've got your new skills?
Yeah.
What did you pick?
Cook, shoot, and lackey.
Ooh, okay. We already covered cook and shoot. What does lackey do?
It's magic.
Yes. The only way that kobolds can do magic is by being lackeys to a wizard, an evil wizard. So in the process of your lackeying, you have gained a spell. Did you roll on the spell table
I
already?
did not, because I wasn't. That was actually my next question. I wasn't clear how that worked.
Okay.
So I didn't do that part.
Roll 2d6 to get a random magical spell from the random magical spell chart.
All right, I got an 11.
11. Poof.
I got poof.
So as a spell, With an audible poof, you disappear in a puff of smoke and sulfur. On your next turn, make a 3-dice ego roll. If you succeed, you reappear up to 3 squares away through any kind of obstacle. If you fail, I get to choose where you appear. And of course, it is a dangerous skill. So anytime you cast a spell, you're going to have to take a check.
Oh, okay. I missed that memo. Oh well.
Yes, if you're looking at the book in Kalur, dangerous skills have a big red thing that says dangerous. Anytime
Mine's
you use a
black and white.
dangerous skill, you're
Mine's
going to have to
black and
take a
white.
check.
Yeah. Okay.
Are they the ones with the
With an exclamation
marks on
point?
them?
I believe so, yes.
Cool. I'm going with cooking
Of course.
and wiggling.
Wiggling. Okay. Wiggle is a reflex skill. You have trained to be nimble and supple. You can contort your furry body to fit into tight places, to slip free of bonds, or to attempt to scurry around enemies. The difficulty of a wiggle is up to the mayor, that's me, or equal to the agility of the creature being avoided. So it's sort of like sneaking. Just you're wiggly.
I'm like our cat.
Yes, she can be very wiggly when somebody attempts to grab her. That's so true. So now we've got Gaktar Jr., Kobold number 2. Lobster, do you want to rename yourself?
Oh, sure. Let me get that.
And I think to celebrate the fact that the entire party, we got our first TPK of the day, we should do a giveaway. So let me get to giveaways here. Oh man, this monitor is too small and far away. I can't read it.
I'm also foul smelling.
Ooh.
And bouncy.
Well, we already covered bouncy. What does foul smelling do?
Means everybody can smell me in my square. And it doesn't smell good.
Yeah, it is. There's actually some equipment that's foul smelling. At least you can drop that. You can't drop yourself.
Nope, you never really took much to the concept of bathing. As such, a putrid cloud clings to you. Anything in your map square will notice the scent and probably come looking for the pile of dung that left it.
Give me a moment, folks. I'm going to go out of frame here so that I can set up this giveaway.
Hey, Parker, you want to come say hi to people? I'm not going to be in frame if you do that. All right. Hold on. Now you can. This is Parker, Shannon's brother. He's hanging out.
I gotta finish my Oreo.
He's eating his Oreos.
Oh, there he is.
Ooh.
Hi again, Parker.
That's Lobster.
Yeah.
Or actually, he's named Squished. I can't say it.
Squished.
Is it
Squished.
But it's squished. Oh, squished. I see.
Not the ED, but the T.
And Pie says hi.
Hi, pie.
Hi, Pie. Pie, we got our waffle stuff already and set up. We're very excited. Yes, I'm already thinking about waffles tomorrow morning.
I don't have a waffle iron.
Where are you?
But
I just
They always stick too much for me anyway, so I'm probably going to make pancakes.
I can't. I like pancakes. We just bought a mini waffle maker. I've wanted a waffle maker for a long time. And I have not even used this mini waffle maker yet, and I'm very excited to do so.
Should have giant waffle maker.
Well, yeah, but the mini one was on sale. Waffle makers are expensive.
You have to make twice as many waffles, though.
Yeah, but that's okay. And I picked up.
All right, our giveaway has begun. If you look in chat, you will note that anybody typing the word Hindenburg will be entered into a giveaway for 2 books, both Kobold Ate My Babies and Even More Things to Kill and Eat.
Does it have to be capitalized? Does the capitalization matter?
I don't know. Try typing it in chat and see what happens.
I'll do non-capital. You want to do capital? Well, not go
Sure.
Non-capital worked.
Cool.
Okay.
And no exclamation point. Cool.
Yep, just type Hindenburg. We have 2 entrants right now. We're going to let that run for a little bit. So anybody in chat who wants to enter in a giveaway, go right ahead and do that. And in the meantime, had everybody determined their skills?
I don't. I need my edge and bogey
Oh, okay.
because I don't have the rules up. So.
Yep. So going back to the handy chart.
Well, the handy chart I have because
Oh,
I
okay.
rolled 6, 7s, and 8s.
Oh, you're right.
so-
We skipped edge and bogey for everybody. That comes after skills. So
Okay, you haven't got my skills yet.
yeah.
So my ego skill is lucky
Okay.
or lackey.
Yeah, lackey, that's the magic thing.
Oh,
So-
so that's not a skill?
Yep. Did you want to do that or did you want to do something else?
No, let's do lackey and see what happens.
2 magic users in the party. All right, roll 2d6 to find out what spell you
I
have.
die again, aren't I?
We went to school together.
Let's see, I got a 11.
I'm going to say re-roll because it's silly
got
for you
that
both to have the same spell.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, I got a 12. No, I'm sorry, an 8.
An 8. You have Tabriz's Ball of Flaming Death. Sounds useful, doesn't it?
So where does that go on here? Is that place? Is our place?
Just stick it somewhere on the side. It's a spell. There's not a spell
All of
slot.
Flaming Death. Okay, well that does sound fun.
So, the old standby. A ball of fire erupts from your body and tears towards your victims up to 3 squares away. The fire ignites any combustibles and does 1d6 damage to anything in its path. And you must laugh maniacally while pointing when using it. But of course, it is a dangerous thing, so you'll take a death check when you do it. That
Okay.
actually sounds very useful. Spells are nice.
Yeah.
And I'm also going to be able to cook, of course,
Yep.
and steal.
Squeal.
Steal. No, steal.
Yes, steal. Steal is a different thing. So that is another reflexes.
Yeah.
And then we will, after we cover that, we'll get everybody's perks. Steal. You are even shiftier than kobolds with sneak. You may try to take an item, weapon, baby, etc. from somebody without the victim knowing who took it. This might have been useful when trying to steal a cowbell.
Yeah, I wish I
The
had it.
difficulty of the stealing is equal to the cunning of the intended victim. All right, so now we're going to quickly roll for boons and for edges and bogeys, and then we'll move forward. So Andrew, did you already get your edge and bogey?
Yep.
Okay, what do you
Bouncy-
have?
Bouncy and foul smelling.
Oh, that's right, we covered that.
Yep.
Lobster,
How many do I roll?
1d6 for each. So 1d6 on the edge chart.
2 for the edge.
Okay. You are also bouncy.
Ooh,
You
that's
guys are
not-
rolling very similar characters.
And
Bouncy
3
magic
for the
users.
bogey.
3 for the bogey.
Yeah.
You are also foul smelling. I think you guys must be brothers. You're
Clearly
bouncy,
not.
foul smelling wizards. One of you has a fireball and one of you can
Poof.
damp.
Poof. What do you need?
Amanda,
4 for my edge.
you have red thumb. Kobolds do not grow their own food other than baby kobolds, but they do spend an awful lot of time preparing food. Your time spent working at the stove and kitchen fires has built up your resistance to heat. Whenever you would take damage from fire, reduce it by 2.
So when he tries to light you on fire, you can reduce that a little bit by 2.
Yeah. And your bogey. Yep.
1.
Oh, that's the animal foe.
Okay.
So animals will attack you if you look at them funny.
I think it's an
Who's-
ancestral issue because my last
Yes.
one had that too.
Okay,
Animals just don't like my family.
I guess not. Although the cow didn't do you in, it was the plummeting dirigible.
Yeah, the cow just didn't get a chance because I was going last.
So you run outside after hearing this colossal boom and find that there is this unscarred magic circle and the corpses of some kobolds sitting in the rubble and
Were they
a completely splattered cow. I'm going to say that there are several small fires around as well.
Ugh.
Is there any discernible meat from the cow that can be taken?
That sounds to me like an extraneous check. But a fairly simple one. I think kobolds know meat when they see it, but you're going to have to sort through some pile of rubble and stuff. So you're going to roll 1d6 and try and get under your extraneous.
My extraneous is a 6 and I rolled a 4.
All right. So yes, indeed, you find several handfuls of cow meat.
Cool.
Now your options are, you can eat it sashimi style right away, just stuff it in your face, or
Isn't it partially
you
cooked
can
by the
attempt to
person
cook
who
it.
did
So here's a question.
Yeah.
I have received the colander
Yes.
that was on my ancestor's head.
Yes, that would definitely be a cooking implement.
I
So
put
you
the
have-
meat in the colander and take it over to one of the fires.
All right. So you have achieved, you have found the 3 elements that you need in order to do some cooking. This is going to be a fairly simple cook test. So
Cooking.
we're just, yeah. So we're going to roll 1d6 and add, I'm going to say 2 to that roll because you have done such a good job finding means of cooking.
That's a 5 total.
All right, so you have made a sour steak.
Delicious.
And if you consume it, your agility will go up by 1d6 or go up by 1 for 1d6 turns.
Cool.
Keep in mind that if you want to carry it around rather than eating it right away, you're going to have to drop something because you don't have any pockets or backpack or anything.
I'll drop my lint.
Oh no, your precious lint.
It probably got incinerated in the explosion anyway.
Yeah,
so-
okay.
Heirloom lint.
So now you have a colander in one hand that you
Can
can
I
put on
eat
your
the
head in
lint?
emergencies.
Is it edible?
You can absolutely eat the lint.
Can I eat the lint?
Yes. You
Belly
eat
button
the
lint. You never know what's in there.
Yep.
Like a little
Uh,
You
spice.
could use it to season the cow.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, lint is not super edible. So on the sashimi, I'm going to give you -1 on your sashimi roll.
That would be a 3.
Okay. So basically it has no nutritional value whatsoever. But it doesn't harm you. Yeah. I see that Lobster has vanished for a couple of seconds. Kobold number 2 and Galtar Jr., can you tell me what your current agility is?
10.
Amanda? Agility?
Oh, sorry. My
okay.
reflexes are 8.
Okay. Um,
I'm good, thank you.
oh, I'm sorry. It's extraneous that determines initiative order.
6.
6? 5? Lobster? What's your extraneous? Squished? 6? In the case of a tie, who has the higher reflexes?
I only have
Rainer.
3.
I have an 8.
All right. So the turn order is Gaktar, Kobold number 2, squished. So Kobold number 2 has cooked and prepared a meal. So we've done a little bit of cooking now. What do you folks want to do next?
We're supposed to investigate that glowy thing, and a cow came out of it. So there might be more meat where the cow came from. Like, I
There's
don't
that
know that the cow
possibility.
it was a cow, but I know meat has appeared here. There was some sort of meat explosion that happened where this glowing circle is. So there may be more meat.
And cows travel in packs.
Well-known fact.
But there's
Obviously.
no more cow. We didn't witness the cow. All we see is the cow meat.
Oh, that's true. Can we tell it's cow? What about the bell? What happened to the bell?
Can I have from Squished a cunning check? So I'm going to say subtract your cunning from 3 and tell me what the total is.
It's 1.
Okay, so roll 1d6 and try and roll under your ego.
I can't roll under. Oh, under my ego.
Yeah, we're saying this is a difficulty 1 roll against your ego.
Made it.
Okay, you find a crumpled metal oblong with a clapper inside of it. It could be intuited that this once was a cowbell of some sort. It sort of doesn't ring very well. It makes a sort of clonking noise when you shake it.
I'm cool with that. I'm going to drop my flail and take that.
Okay, so more cowbell.
I have to step away for 1 second. I'm sorry.
Okay. Does anybody want to attempt again to throw something into this circle, or what do you folks want to do with the circle now?
The circle is oddly fascinating. Let's see, what else do we have to throw in? We've got the remaining meat.
Yep, there's probably some gnome bits
There's also
scattered about.
three dead
Kobold bits?
kobolds. There are 3 dead kobolds lying here.
Yep, delicious dead kobolds.
Maybe we should cook the kobolds.
You could certainly attempt a cook roll if you'd like.
I've got a extraneous of 6. Am I that hungry?
Always.
Yeah, we're kobolds.
However, remember there are the 3 aspects that you need. It's not just meat and a heat source. You need something to cook it in or with.
Well, I was thinking about that. I've got my small shield. I figure
Okay.
use that sort of like a griddle.
Okay, you could put it over a fire and use it to cook some meat.
Is my shield made of wood or metal?
I think it's probably metal.
Yay. Okay. I'll give that a try.
All right.
I'll pick
So-
the fattest, loveliest kobold.
All right, so you grab a hunk of meat, which you suspect probably was a kobold at some point, and you put it over your shield. I should say, if you want to make extra servings, you can add extra garbage to your meal, but it's not going to make it especially good tasting. It's just going to add extra servings.
Oh, well. why don't I
So you
go
can add filler.
I don't really have any filler except for the other kobolds and the cow meat lying around. I don't want to cook my bell. I think I'll just stick with 1 serving.
Okay. So having already seen somebody cook the cow, you do have skill in cooking. I'm going to say add 1 to your D6 roll to see what you discover.
Okay, and I'm trying to roll under my extraneous.
No, you're just rolling to see what you cook.
Oh, got it.
The higher the better in this case.
Well, unfortunately, I only get a 3. That's including the 1.
Okay. So that's not bad. You made some salty meat. You're not entirely certain what meat it is. It's sort of gristly. It's got some hair on it, but most of the hair has been singed off. It came from some flammable creature that had a dirigible dropped on it. And it is salty, very salty, which means if you consume it, you regain 1d6 hits.
Well, let's see. I've got 4 hits now, so if I eat it, I have 5 hits.
Now, it's regained back to up to 4.
Oh, okay. I haven't lost any hits yet.
I mean, you could hide it under a rock or something and hope that no passing scavengers eat it, or you could toss it into the circle so it's waiting for you on the other side.
Are we ever going to get through that circle to the other side? There might be
Who
something.
knows?
The cow might eat it on the other side. I think I'm going to
Are
drop.
cows known for eating salty meat?
Definitely.
Salt.
Oh, of course.
I'm gonna drop my bell and carry the salty meat.
Okay. At this point,
Can I put the salty meat inside my bell?
that sounds like something that would be too intelligent for a kobold to attempt. I'm going to say take a death check for suggesting it.
Okay. Let's see. I'm rolling 2d6 against just 0.
No, you put 1 check in and then roll 2d6.
Okay.
So, and
So
you're trying to roll under a 13. So
with those
even if
7, I'm okay.
okay. Some impatient and slightly more burly kobolds emerge from the cave behind you, and they say, "Why are you guys still here? We thought that you were going to get us delicious food, and all we have is a burning clearing. Get in that circle already." And one of them has a pointy stick, and he starts sort of trying to poke it into your back to push you into the circle. King Torg ordered you to go in there. All hail
All
King
hail King
Torg!
Torg.
All hail King Torg.
Uh-oh, Goktar missed that.
Yeah, he's in a fugue state and missed it. So he's going to have to take a death save when he gets back. I want to remind chat that we have a giveaway going right now. If you
It
type...
actually says it stopped.
Oh, did I put a timer on it?
Looks like it.
I'm going to reset that because I meant that to go longer. Sorry, folks. There were only 3 entrants right now, and they were all playing in the game.
Yeah.
So I'm going to increase that timer.
Well, I've got a real kobold in the room with me, so
45 minutes. Sorry about that.
Vicious kobold.
yeah.
Okay. What I missed.
Okay. I reset it to 45 minutes. Sorry about that, folks. Gakthar, why did you not say all hail King Torg?
I did. You just couldn't hear me.
I didn't hear you because you didn't say it. So I think you'd best take a death save.
Okay. Where's? Oh yeah, I'm right here. I'm good. That's my first.
Okay.
One.
All right.
7.
So Gakthar, you emerge from a sort of stupor. You were just overcome by the delicious smell of cooking meat to discover that a larger, burlier kobold is poking you in the back with a stick and trying to push you into the circle. You are first in the turn order. What do you do?
I'm going to poof.
Okay, absolutely. Where are you poofing to?
Behind the larger kobold, and then I'm going to try and push him into it.
That sounds like 2 actions to me.
Sure.
Okay, so that increases the difficulty of your poof by 1. So you're going to roll against your, I have to look up the spell again.
No worries.
I think it's roll against your cunning as difficulty.
I think you're right. Poof, here we are. So make a 3 dice ego roll.
Oh, okay. So it's a 4 dice ego roll unless you want to attempt to be lucky.
What's attempting to be lucky involved?
You reduce your luck by 1, take an additional death save, and reduce the number of dice by 1.
And the number I want to hit has to be under my... Which one?
Under ego.
Under ego. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to make this super complicated. Let's do it.
All right.
I'm
So,
going to try and be lucky.
all right. So first we'll do the spell.
Okay.
So roll your 3D or 2D. No, I'm sorry. It was going to be 4 because of the difficulty because you're doing 2 actions.
Yeah.
But you got lucky, so it's 3. And you want to
Okay.
roll 3d6 and get under your ego.
Okay. So I need under a 9. I got 2, 4. 4 is 8. I can't do that right now.
All right. So you do bamf and reappear behind the kobold. Before we get to the pushing, I'd like you to take 3 death saves,
All right.
right? Because it was 1 for
The spell.
being lucky, 1 for doing the spell. No, that's only 2.
That's 2, yeah.
Okay.
So
So
I don't, just to be clear, I don't add 2 and then it's 2 plus my roll. It's 1, the roll, and then add another 1, the roll.
correct.
Okay, just
Yeah, you're
making
going to
sure.
do 2 rolls, and each of them get successively harder.
Okay, I'm good with that. So this one, I rolled a 5, plus 2 is 7, so I'm good. Add 1
Yep.
more. I got a 6, 3 and 3.
9.
So that's a 9 in total.
Okay. So you succeeded. Now you're attempting to push. So that's going to be a brawn roll
Okay.
against his brawn.
Okay. So
Because-
how many dice is that?
Actually, I'm sorry, brawn roll against his
Reflexes.
agility.
Yeah.
So-
one of those.
Let me look up.
Try and push me in, I push you in.
Exactly. All right, we're going to say that this guy has a agility of 2. So you're going to be rolling 3 dice. That's 2 plus the extra die for taking 2 actions this turn. And you're attempting to roll under your brawn.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no.
Okay.
Not even close. 1 die was my brawn.
All right. So you attempted to shove. It failed. So you take another death check.
Okay.
So you're up to 4 checks.
Plus 4, 6. I'm at a 10, so I'm still good.
Okay. All right. You're fine. Kobold number 2 with that lovely cat on stream.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah. What's up?
What do you want to do? There's a brawny kobold with a stick. Gakthar just appeared behind him and attempted to push him into the circle.
Well, I don't want to get pushed into the circle, so I jump into it.
Okay.
Hmm.
So I'm not going to say that there's any skill checks or anything involved in that. Kobold number 2 vanishes from sight. Squished. What do you want to do?
That's a good question. Should I follow Kobold number 2 or should I use my steal capability to take the sharp stick?
The pointy stick.
Then what would I do with the pointy stick?
Poke the big kobold.
Put meat on it. Make it a skewer.
That's right. I could use it for barbecue.
Kebab.
I think I'm going to try that. I'm going to try to take
Not that one.
Oh, yeah.
from the guy with the pointy stick, the pointy stick.
Crispy.
Chat, I encourage you to type Hindenburg into chat to be entered into a giveaway for this book. Plus the sequel, More Things to Kill and Eat. All right, so we're attempting a steal now. So this thing has an agility of 2. Is steal against agility? I think it is. Let me quickly
No,
look at.
it's against his cunning.
Oh, against its cunning. Okay.
I have to equal or less than his cunning, I guess, or is it equal or more?
His cunning is the difficulty of the roll. He has a cunning of 2, so you're going to be rolling 2 dice to attempt this steal, and you're attempting to roll under your ego. So 2 dice, and you want to roll under your ego.
That's going to be so difficult.
Well, you could attempt to be lucky and reduce it to 1 die.
I'm going to try it anyway. Here goes, 2 dice. I get 5, and my ego is 6.
You did it! You got a pointy stick!
Not the pointy stick. I'm dropping the small shield and taking the pointy stick.
All right, so you no longer have your armor hits. You just have your meat hits.
My meat hits are practically 0, so maybe that's not a good idea.
Well, I mean, it's what you want to do.
Can I give the pointy stick to one of the other kobolds? Or I guess only to Gaktar, because I don't know what the heck happened to kobold number 2.
Gaktar has a flail and thieves' tools right now.
Would you like a pointy stick out of the deal?
Evens or odds?
Well, I'll keep the pointy stick. Okay.
What are you doing with your meat then?
I still have the meat.
Can you put the meat on the pointy stick?
Ooh. I'm going to say there's a possibility you could do that. So we're going to leave you juggling these 3 items for a second.
You know what? I only have 2 items because I dropped the shield.
Oh, you did drop the shield. Okay, I thought you decided not to do that. So you dropped the shield and you have a pointy stick and you have your meat in hand. And now it is my turn. And the burly kobold is going to turn in place and attempt to claw Gaktar. Now, clawing is an unarmed action. He can get in close and attempt to claw or even attempt to bite or eat Gaktar. But in so doing, Gaktar gets to attack him back because he's moved into such close proximity. So first we'll do the kobold's attack on you. So what is your agility, Gaktar? 3. Okay, so there's a difficulty 3, and he is attempting to roll under his brawn. Close, but no cigar. He rolled exactly equal to his brawn. So he fails to claw you. You now get a counterattack because he tried to do a melee or a bite or claw attack on you.
So I still have the flail.
Yes, you could attempt to flail him.
I'm going to try it.
Okay, this is a difficulty 2, so you're going to be rolling 2 dice, and you are attempting to roll under your brawn.
Definitely doable. Ha! My brawn's a 6. I got a 5.
All right. How much damage does your flail do?
I believe it's a 2. Yes.
All right.
Isn't it? It's not. It's just a flat number. I don't roll for that, right?
Right.
Yeah. So it's a 2. Yeah.
Okay. He doesn't have any armor.
Gaktar Jr. is far more educated and useful than his father.
Before we determine if this is successful,
Sure.
do you want to open a can of whoop ass on him?
I have no idea what that means.
This is
yes.
Okay. When doing an attack, you can attempt to sort of overcharge it by opening a can of whoop ass. Which means that, oh, do you have a can of whoop ass handy? Oh, okay. Which means that you get to add your meat to your damage from your flail.
Yeah, I want to do that.
So how much damage do you do total?
4.
4. Excellent. You have killed the kobold with your flail. You smash it in the head, and its head goes flying across the clearing, and its
help you,
body
George.
sort of crumples to the ground. You get 2 victory points,
Woo!
and then you take a horrible death check for opening a can of whoop-ass to increase your damage.
All right, so I have 5. I need to roll lower. I rolled a 3 total, so
Woo.
we're good.
All right. So you're still in the game, and you have 2 victory points.
I told you, Gaktar Jr. is far more educated and useful than his father.
Kobold number 2.
Yeah.
You have emerged into a place that was recommended by Pi in chat a while back. The reason that there was a cow in this place is that apparently it was being prepared for the slaughter. This is a abattoir. It's actually a butcher's shop, but in the back of the butcher shop is the abattoir. So there is a butcher looking very confused that its cow has vanished.
But I wanted to build a block of flats, not an abattoir.
So yeah, we have now discovered what is on the other side of this portal, and it is a butcher shop full of delicious meat and a butcher.
A butcher, yeah.
With
That's
a
gonna be a
cleaver.
problem for me.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm
So-
wiggly.
Yeah. You get to act before the butcher does, though, because the butcher is me, and you are up on the turn order.
I am going to. Is there a door visible?
Sure. You're in the back room of what is obviously a shop. There are various sides of meat and such things. There are metal hooks on the ceiling. There's a big saw for cutting meat up into smaller pieces of meat.
Neat.
And there's a doorway leading into a room on the other end of or another room. All you can see from where you are is that there's like a counter there and sort of a round thing sitting on the counter, and probably a bunch of sausage links hanging from the ceiling, and more meat behind the counter.
Kobold heaven.
There's so much meat. I'm so playing in character.
Yeah.
There's so much meat here.
Guys, so much meat.
So much meat here. It's like I wandered into Kingdom of Loathing. So much meat. And I'm for like just a split second overcome with meat.
Yeah.
I have like the meat stupor. Sort of like the meat sweats, but just like in awe of all the meat. I do have my steak that will give me more reflexes, right?
Right. For 1d6 rounds, I believe it was.
Is eating a free action?
It's a full action to eat.
Okay. I am going to, and there's meat in this room as well.
Yes.
So the question for me at this moment is, do I want the raw meat back here? Or do I want to try and go for those sausages? Sausages are really good. I am going to attempt to get to the sausages.
Okay. So you're running away from a slightly startled butcher with a cleaver.
Yeah.
He's probably going to attempt to pursue you, but we'll
Probably.
get to that on his turn.
Okay.
Squished. It is your turn. So there is a headless kobold body, and you have his stick. What do you want to do at this stage?
I think I'm going to eat my salty meat.
Okay. So had you lost some life?
Oh, you mean it's only going to bring me back up? It doesn't take me above my existing life?
Oh, well, we'll let you overcharge.
I think so, because I'm going to have to deal with that butcher in the next round.
Well, you don't know that.
Maybe.
In fact, that's metagaming. Take a
Yeah.
hit.
You don't know that I'm fighting a butcher.
So you have no knowledge of what's on the other side of the portal,
Watching the
but
stream.
go ahead and eat the meat, add the hits, and then we're going to take a death check.
Okay, so I'm up to two death thingies already, and I've got to roll 2.
You roll 2d6 and add the 2 to it,
Right.
and you want to roll
Yeah.
under a 13.
Yeah, I made it. That only comes to 12.
Oof, that was close.
Yep,
All right, so how many hits do you have now?
5.
Okay, and are you picking up your shield as well?
Is that an action?
Yes, but it's not a difficult action.
Okay, I'm going to pick up the shield.
Okay, we're gonna just roll a quick 1d6 and try and beat your reflexes.
My reflexes? That's tricky.
No yawning. That's
Made-
gonna be that's not allowed.
Not this early in the stream.
It's only 2 p.m.
Come on,
Yeah,
no.
except Andy woke me up at like 6 in the morning because he was so excited about today he couldn't sleep.
I couldn't sleep. I got up at 3 in the morning.
Time difference. The time difference.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I had
it's
the same
true.
problem. I was up
I'm
at
very
7.
tired.
So anyway, I only rolled 2 and my reflexes are 3, so I'm okay.
Okay, so you managed to pick up your shield and you're holding your shield and your pointy stick now.
Kobolds Ate my baby.
Can I give you a judgment on what the pointy stick is worth in terms of
I'm gonna say it does 2 damage.
okay, well, that wasn't really a good trade. Anyhow,
Could be in Pretzels RPG. It's like a
Anyhow.
Actually, no, let's say it does 3 damage.
much more simplified than like
anyhow, let's keep proceeding.
All right, so now it is my turn.
Your turn.
And I am the butcher who immediately runs after kobold number 2, who's
Yeah.
fleeing into the front room, screaming obscenities. You don't actually have talk human, so you don't know what he's saying, but he does seem very confused and angry, and he has a big cleaver in his hand.
Yeah.
And he reaches out with his other hand to grab you. So this is a chance to be squirmy.
I'm Wiggly.
So what happens when you're wiggly?
I'm Uncle Wiggly. I don't know what happens when I'm Wiggly.
So
You're the one with the rules.
you're going to attempt to roll against his agility with your reflexes. So his agility
awesome. I only had nothing for the first run so far.
is 3. So you're rolling 3d6 and trying to get under your reflexes, unless you want to try and be lucky.
No, we're gonna try this.
And then that roll was a toaster.
That was a failure.
It's just this.
All right, so first we'll do a horrible death check.
Okay.
Horrible death check.
So I roll 2 and try to get under.
You add a check, and then you roll 2, add it to however many checks you have, and try and get under 13.
It's a grand total of 3.
I think you survived that death check.
Good.
All right. But you're now in the hands of an angry butcher with a cleaver,
Yeah.
who is screaming something at you.
I'm
Probably something about his missing cow.
yeah.
Gakthar Jr.,
Well,
what are you doing?
So to clarify, Kobold number 2's went through the portal. And
Yep,
whatever's
Kobold
happening
2 is vanished, and you have no idea what happened to her.
and Squished is eating meat in front of me.
Yes, he ate some meat, and he picked up his shield.
Gaktar Jr. is going to walk over to the circle
Mm-hmm.
take his flail
Mm-hmm.
and break the circle.
Ah, okay. So you do know something of magic, since
Exactly.
you know a single spell.
Yep. One spell.
Yay.
I'm going to say, all right, let's see what happens when you break a magical circle with your flail. I'm first going to ask you to do an extraneous check of 2, because this is some fairly good reasoning, even if you do know.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I am a kobold.
Yeah.
All right, so extraneous. Okay, I want to get under a 5. I met it, so
Okay.
I got even.
That's technically a failure. So
Yeah.
we'll take one horrible death check,
Okay.
and then we'll see what happens when you obliterate a portion of this. Chat, I'm going to ask you guys to think about what happens when you obliterate a portion of a magical teleportation spell.
Shannon, sorry, wants to show off her koozie, which is a life jacket.
Nice.
Very poofy.
Like I said, proofy.
Poofy. And oh my god, that's a 9 plus 6. Yep, that's gonna be the end of
Uh-oh.
Cactar Jr.
Well, not necessarily.
Okay,
Let's see what happens. This is a magical failure, so we're going to roll on the magic death chart.
It makes it sound nicer. A magical failure.
Yeah, it's just a magical failure.
Horrible death chart magical.
Should probably open the windows.
I have a fan over there.
Oh, it's nice.
Chat, do you want to give me a number from 1 to 6?
Oh, insidious pie, you're cruel.
Entire room gets stuffed into the butcher shop.
A reminder to chat that there is a giveaway going on right now. If you type Hindenburg into chat, you are entered into a giveaway to get this book, as well as the sequel.
I like the horse.
Horse thing?
Does that say horse? I don't have my glasses on.
Oh, Hindenburg. Oh, kind of like the horse thing. You're
Yeah,
right.
okay. That's fine.
I wasn't sure what you were looking
That's
at.
pretty good. I'm not wearing my glasses. I saw that.
Yeah. Well, none of them can read it.
So there's a couple of really good suggestions here. Insidious Pie's suggestion is that you get teleported several directions at once randomly.
And then you explode.
And
Hey, I'm used to
exploded.
teleporting. That's my one spell.
Jowers 27 recommends the entire room gets stuffed into the butcher shop. What was the
think that
horse
butcher's
thing? I
confusing
didn't see
now.
the horse thing.
I think Shiro was commenting something was cute, like the horse thing. I don't know
No,
what the horse thing
okay.
is, but
Okay.
I think that's a continuation of a previous comment.
Probably.
I kind of like Jower 27's suggestion that as soon as you obliterate the ring,
And
a
myself.
25-foot area around you is sucked into the portal and thrust into wherever it leads. But first, let's find out what happens from your failed death save.
Sure.
We get a 3. Nope, that's a science death. We're doing a magic death. Did you leave the lava furnace on? You stop in your tracks as you remembered that when you left the extremely high tower of painful mystical death, home of Tabras, the evil arch-wizard, obviously your master because you're a lackey of him, you were supposed to do something. What was it? Oh, right. You just had to switch off the turbo lava blast furnace that Tabras was using to melt down a tacky Vorpal sword. You did that, right? Why did you start thinking about that right now? Probably because Tabras is standing right in front of you. He looks like he may have just crawled out of a lava explosion. Oh, thank you very much for the follow, Chodthulu. Chodthulu has spoken.
But if he's standing in front of me, he'd be in the circle.
I think that's probably true. So what is going to happen now is that Tabriz, as well as everybody who's in this 25-foot area, is getting sucked into the butcher shop as the circle of teleportation is wiped out. So not only are the bodies of some gnomes, some kobolds, a little bit of leftover cow meat, a cowbell, a pointy stick. Well, no, I'm sorry. Squished
I have
his
a
whole
pointy stick.
pointy stick.
Some meat.
What was it that you had dropped, Squished?
Shield.
Oh, I
Put the
dropped my
back
shield, but
on.
I picked it up again.
Yeah, okay. All of these things are getting sucked through this portal and spewed out into a 10-foot by 10-foot room on the other side, including a very angry and slightly singed looking Tabriz. I'm going to say, yeah, everybody take 1d6 bludgeoning damage for suddenly being thrown into this room.
Do we roll or are you rolling that?
You roll.
That's what I thought. Okay. So that's 6.
So how much was your jacket?
The jacket was 6, wasn't it? I thought it was 6.
Let me look up the leather jacket again.
Yeah, I have it here too. Hold on. Where'd it go?
Yes, it was 6. So your leather jacket is somehow obliterated by the portal. You're no longer Fonzie cool, but you don't actually take any damage. Squished. How much damage do you take?
How many dice?
1d6.
I take 5. And I
All
only
right.
have 5. But wait a second. That's damage against my my shield, which is 4. So is that death damage?
So the shield takes 4 damage and is warped beyond all usefulness. And you take an additional 1 damage, right? Because
Yeah.
you rolled a 5?
Yep.
Yeah. So you took 1 damage, but you had lots of hits because you just ate that meat.
Yep.
So you're probably fine. You just don't have your shield anymore.
Okay.
Your
but
pointy stick, however, is fine.
that's good. But I say I
Tabriz is
I have
taking
to- I have
5
to reduce
damage.
the hit?
Hmm?
I have to lose a hit?
Yes, you lose 1 hit.
So I'm back down to 4. Okay.
Kobold
What
number
happened to Tabriz?
2 and the angry butcher are both thrown away by the blast into the adjoining room, where they smash into the counter, and the round thing on the counter was a little bell that you ring for service, and it rolls off onto the floor, making little dinging noises. You hear a clattering clank, clank, clank of the cowbell landing on the floor in the other room. Tabriz took 5 damage from being thrown into the room and is exceptionally upset right now because that hurts his very singed wizard's robes. Kobold number 2, I think. Yeah, take the 1d6, and I'm going to do it to the butcher as well. Everybody takes damage.
I didn't get
Some damage for you.
teleported. I was
You-
already here.
Yeah,
It's all
and
the
you guys got
stuff.
knocked over by all this stuff being sucked into the room.
I make madness.
So what do I roll?
Yes.
1d6, and you're taking that much damage.
1.
Oh, okay. How strong was your armor? Your colander?
8.
All right, so now it's 7.
Okay.
So you're relatively unharmed. The butcher takes 4. He doesn't have any armor.
It's just
Did
a
I
butcher.
take out the butcher and almost myself and piss off my master.
Yeah, that kills him. So who did that? It was Gakthar. You have 3 victory points to share amongst the team as you desire.
Everybody gets one.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Ooh, that's sweet.
I can't believe you.
I honestly, that was
With your
not
chaotic ways.
that was not something I anticipated.
Kobold number 2.
Yeah.
You have just been thrust into the other room by an explosion of things being thrown in through the portal. And a very angry wizard is standing in what remains of his singed robes, looking quite upset.
I'm not a wizard. I don't care about wizards. I want sausages.
All right. There is also, I should say, a cleaver lying on the ground now.
Oh, I drop my chain and take the cleaver.
Okay. So that's one action. I'm going to say it's a free action, so you're not going to have to roll for it unless you're taking any other actions this turn.
I'm probably looking around at the meat and taking inventory.
Okay, so you're looking and you're grabbing the cleaver. And Squished, you've lost your shield, but found your cowbell. And there's a very, very angry looking wizard in the room with you and Gakthar.
Let's see, I've got this ball of flaming death spell I could use. Do you think, should I go up against a wizard? I don't think so. No, that's a bad idea. I think...
Is this a thought that a kobold would have, though?
You're gonna attack the master?
It's already singed. No, I'm not doing logic. I'm just going to, let's see. I'm going to pick up the cowbell. So I've now got the cowbell in my wrong paw.
Okay.
So I've got a stick and a cowbell. I hope the cowbell has some defensive capabilities.
And moving is a free action. I think I mentioned that way back.
Oh, that's right. So I'm in the back room with the butcher, or is this the front room?
You're in the back room, so you're taking very quick assessment of the room as you've just teleported in.
Examine room.
And you see, what used to be hooks and various implements of butchery strewn about, a lot of raw meat. You see just through a door, Kobold number 2 standing over the crushed corpse of a butcher holding his cleaver. And standing right next to you, looking exceptionally angry, but also slightly dented, is Tabriz, the Warlock Supreme.
I'm due to my high bravery score, I'm going to run away. I presume there's also a door to the alley or something. If I'm in the back room, there must be a back door.
All right, so I think you're going to spend your action searching through the debris for a back door then?
Okay.
All right, so we're going to roll a 2 difficulty ego check.
Ooh, that's not good for me. No, let's see. I'm going to try and roll 2 against my ego, which is 6.
Okay.
Bomb. Fail.
All right, so you don't detect any doors. There is a lot of stuff strewn about, flaming wreckage from the dirigible earlier, bits of gnome and kobold and cow, and there's all sorts of stuff in this room, but no door that you can see. However, you do get to take a horrible death check.
Uh-oh. So that's my 3rd horrible death check, and I'm rolling 2 against that.
Yep.
I'm okay.
Okay. So now it is Tabriz's turn. Tabriz is very, very upset, and every turn he can cast 2 spells.
Oh no.
So I think immediately he's going to turn to Gakthar and cast Fireball. It is a very confined room, however. So let's find out what happens when you cast Fireball in a small space in Kobolds. I know what happens in Magic or in D&D.
D&D.
Yeah,
Fills the room.
and it's great. But in this context, let's
Also,
see.
plenty of meat's gonna get cooked. So no babies though.
Actually doesn't specify.
Oh man. That's the best meat.
Oh my god.
It's actually part of the game. This is. I think the only one who got a baby but then died immediately was squished. So far.
So I think he's going to take some splash damage from this.
Yes. Do it. It's chaos.
First, he's going to attempt to incinerate you.
Of course. Of course. Do I get to try and dodge it?
It's not your turn, so I don't think so.
Okay.
It's going to do 1d6 damage to everything in its path. So he's going to take 1d6 damage, and you're going to take 1d6 damage.
Okay.
So Gakdar, why don't you roll your 1d6 first, and then I'll
Okay.
roll the splash damage.
Oh. That's 6.
Oh man, are you incinerated?
Yeah, I had 2 hits left.
Okay, so Gakdar Jr. is going to come running into the room from outside soon.
Yep.
And they're going to have how many victory points?
3.
Okay. And the splash damage. Oof. 4 damage. Well, his robes are completely incinerated now. And he is not looking happy.
Does that mean he's naked?
I mean,
In
yes.
Underwear.
Do kobolds wear underwear?
Is
Well,
he
he's not a kobold. He's a human.
Oh,
He's a wizard.
Yeah. He's a
Turns
human
out
wizard.
It turns out he's a she.
It actually said he probably wears flame-proof underwear just in general. You would if you were a wizard who deals with a lot of fire and with kobolds. So I'm gonna guess his underwear is fine.
Yeah, that makes sense.
As a wizard, according to the book, Tabriz is neither powerful nor impressive, but he can cast Fireball, which is plenty good enough for the kobolds. Tabriz calls himself the evil arch warlock for hire, and lives nearby in a ramshackle tower that the kobolds call the extremely high tower of painful mystical death. For having cast a spell, he is also going to have to take a death check, which he survives barely. So there is a very singed, angry Tabriz here, although he has obliterated the source of his anger, so he's mostly just humiliated. And while we wait for Gakdar Jr. to show up, it's Kobold number 2's turn.
So I have looked around the shop.
Okay.
I have determined that a rope of sausages could be tied around my waist, like a belt that I can eat.
Wow, that's incredibly clever. Obviously, that counts it as clothing. So you're going to have to throw away your colander in order to do it. But I'm going to say if you can pass a 3 difficulty ego check, you can wear a belt of sausages in place of your colander.
Nope.
So you throw your colander away.
Well, I drop it on the floor.
You drop it on the floor.
Yeah.
And you grab the pile of sausages and attempt to wear it like a belt, but
This doesn't work.
yeah, it
I don't have much of a waist.
Yeah. it slips off and sort of pools around on the floor, and you're left standing there in your kobold undies.
Are these smoked sausages? Are they cooked? Are they raw?
No, I'm going to say that they're smoked. They're, some form of well-cooked smoked sausage. We're approaching probably time for this to wrap up. So last chance for chat. If anybody in chat wants to get a copy of this book as well as the sequel, and I'm going to throw in one pin.
Hey, a pin.
I'm going to throw in a Penny Arcade Kobold pin.
Ooh.
Thank you ever so much, Jesse, for the $20 donation. That's what this is all about. We're raising funds for Extra Life, and we're giving stuff away. So if you want 2 books and a pin, type Hindenburg in chat. Hindenburg is what you want to type into the chat in order to be entered for that giveaway. I realize the Gakdar is still rolling up a character. It's squished. It is your turn right now.
My turn. And we've got a semi-naked wizard, some sausages, which look delicious. But there's no point in building up my hits because game is almost over. I'm going to throw a ball of flaming death at the wizard.
Okay. There's nothing between you and him except meat. So you cook some meat. He's going to take 1d6 flaming damage. With a 5, he is going to expire. He's obviously going to be replaced by his similarly named apprentice in the Tower of Death. But you get 5 victory points for having deleted him.
Ooh. But don't I have to roll or anything? It just happened?
It just happens.
Wow.
But because you cast a spell, you're going to have to take a Kobold Horrible Death check.
Okay, so that's my 4th death check, and I'm rolling 2 on top of that. Made it. Let's see. So that's only 9 or 10. I'm okay.
You're okay. All right. Well, congratulations on surviving that. And congratulations on your victory points. I think probably it's too late for Gakdar Jr. to show up, because running in through a unseen back door now is a small. There was a door back there, obviously.
It's a kobold. I would have found
thrown
it.
Open. Yeah, exactly. It's thrown open by a adventuring party who are returning to their circle of teleportation after having traveled far. And they are shocked to discover a dead wizard, a dead butcher, a kobold holding a cleaver, and a kobold with a pointy stick. And we will say that that is the end of today's game. Who had the most victory points?
Squishy.
I've got 6.
You've got 6. Kobold number 2 has 2.
I had 3.
Yay!
3.
I was
Squished wins.
And then that happened.
Triumphant.
So in a longer game, you would have an opportunity at some point, if circumstances did come out to such a thing, to return to the cave and use your victory points to buy perks to upgrade your squishy kobolds to slightly less squishy kobolds. But I think that was definitely a good sampling.
Yeah,
Fucking stringy kobolds.
That was great.
so maybe we can continue it later in the middle of the night or something after the werewolf game.
I'd be up for that.
I'll be doing a spooky game after Werewolf. I don't know which one yet. I was thinking Blair Witch originally, but I actually have a couple others that I also would like to play. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do a spooky VR one or one of the other ones.
Okay. Man, I should have gotten you Resident Evil 7, or what is it? It's not Resident Evil 7. I have one of the Resident Evils is playable in VR, and it is
Ooh.
incredibly terrifying.
I got Rush of Blood.
Oh, I love that game. I
It's in
love
VR.
it. Yes, it is in VR. It is
So-
really, really good.
So that's one of the ones I'm considering.
All right. Yeah, I've played that. But that's at like 8 o'clock? Or
That's at like 1 a.m.
oh, that's at 1 a.m.
No, my next one is I'm doing Squadrons at 4.
Okay. Squadrons at 4 o'clock.
Followed by Beat Saber at 7.
I want to thank you guys for having such fun with this. This was really, it's a very
yeah.
silly game, and I enjoyed being able to run it. And I am so thankful to Ninth Level for giving us some stuff to give away. We've got more to give away, so we'll give more away later in the event. Let us pull a winner for this giveaway. Jowers 27, you have won. So Jowers 27, if you would, yes, pick prize music. If you would please send a private message to Battleground Games Live and inform me how you would like to pick up your prize. I will gladly get that to you. In the meantime, I think we're going to take a very brief break. We're going to go to Sims, if he's still awake, in the Abington location. And then I believe it is time for a little bit of Pie stream. Is Pie still in chat? But we'll catch up with Sims and look at some prizes and see how the fundraising is going. So give us a couple of moments to do that. Thank you everybody for joining us for this game.
Thank you for
I'm
hosting.
having so much fun with this stream already, and we have many hours to go. So we'll be right back.
Bye.
Hey, we're back. Hello, everybody. Sims is still muted, but he'll unmute himself as soon as he realizes. There we go. Hello, Sims.
Up. Hi, everybody.
Welcome. How are things going in Abington so far?
Oh, pretty good. Pretty good. John's here. You want to say hi?
Yeah. John Toomey.
We were just here. I'm going to switch to the camera. I'm going to show you what we've been playing. We were playing Marquis. Box right here. Marquis.
Okay. I thought because I saw the board with the hexes that you were getting set up to play. Yeah, that's perfect.
Oh, that's going to be later.
Yeah. So, John, do you want to talk about this board, or do you want to talk about Maquis, or what do you want to talk about?
Okay, let's start out with. It's good to see everybody again, and welcome back. Let's start out with first off. This mat's probably going to be the mat we're using all day. I don't know if we're going to use the game that uses the mat, because I showed him, and I don't know if it's going to really be all that logistical to fit it all on camera.
Yeah, it's true. It is a large game.
Yeah.
But tell us about the game anyways. Oh, you've got the cord is dangling into shot.
Oh, there we go. Let's hold that for now. So the game we have set up right now, or the game for the mat?
The game for the mat first, and then we can talk about Maquis.
The game for the mat is probably the most overproduced board game I've ever gotten. It's a game called Dwellings of Eldervale. Very fantasy-themed worker placement game with some pretty nifty stuff in it. But yeah, it is by far overproduced. Like, I can compare this game mat to, let's see, this is a game mat right here. I'm going to show this on actual camera. To another game we played before on stream. This is the game mat to Atlantis, right here.
Oh, I loved Atlantis.
Yeah, we actually have Atlantis Rising for possibly later today. But look at this size differential.
Yeah, I know.
What you're seeing on camera, folks, that is half the size of the actual mat. It's almost a quarter. It's almost a quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dwellings of Eldervale is a game where different factions around the world are basically vying for power, using magic, having battles and stuff as a worker placement game, trying to basically build the best houses when it all comes down to it. But yeah, it's got a bunch of produced minis, some fun functions, and we'll probably break those out on camera soon. How's that coming through better? All right, good. But yeah, if you want, would you like me to show off some pieces from the game?
I think you should just show off one of the creatures with their bases, because that's the most impressive piece.
Okay, so give me 1 second. I'm going to grab the box. Okay, folks, here's the box.
Yeah, it's hefty.
Let me put this on the microphone. They're coming through it all.
I didn't hear. Just the shaking of the giant box.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We heard the thud when you put it down. It was impressive.
So. Oh man.
If you can get it open.
There we go. I'll say this. This might be Game Tray's magnum opus.
Yeah, it's got a lot of Game Traysy stuff in it.
So there are 8 factions representing 8 different elements. Those being earth, wind, fire, water, light, dark, order, and chaos.
Right.
So they decided there's some like standees for the retail version, but I got miniatures because of course I did.
Because you do love your miniatures. They're not terribly mini. They're very large-atures.
Oh yeah. Let's pick one, Sims. Go ahead. Let's go with the red one. Okay. I'll probably show off my camera pretty good.
Yeah. Look at that thing.
Oh yeah. Now with each creature, they included in this legendary version a base or a stand. So when I turn the stand on.
Yep, we can hear that. When you showed that off to me, I was like, my goodness.
Every time you move the creature, you get sounds. And I'll show you another thing. So there's 2 creatures for each faction.
Yeah.
So hold on.
This is probably the coolest part about this game.
This is a lava golem.
Yep.
There's also for the fire faction.
I'm not hearing it. Oh, you can sort of hear it, sort of a grumbling.
Yeah. So different sounds based on which creature you put on.
Yeah. That's cool.
Oh yeah.
What happens if you put a creature that doesn't match its faction on?
I don't know. I think it just goes with one of the 2 sounds.
Yeah.
Let's take the water crocodile.
Okay.
Look at the size of this thing.
Yeah, it doesn't match up.
Hold on. Yeah, you just got a lava sound.
Oh well.
Yeah. But some of these things are pretty awesome. As everyone knows, I'm a fan of Chaos. So I'll probably play the Chaos faction in the future. They're a little more complex, but unspeakable horrors. Sims, if you got a favorite element, what is your favorite element?
This green guy looks pretty cool.
All right, Earth. You got like living Earth trees and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's cool. And we got a giant, monstrous ox creature, and they're all resin, so that's also a really nice feature.
Yeah, I saw that they'd hit them with a wash just to bring out some of the details so they're not monochrome.
Oh yeah, so nice. But yeah, anyway, thankfully the game also has this giant map, and I figured it'd be a good differential
Play surface. Yeah.
Exactly.
So, and it reduces the glare. I remember glare was always an issue there with that table. That table is so reflective.
Yeah.
What are you folks planning on playing later tonight?
We have a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of options.
Here, let me get the camera on the behind me because we set up a lot of the games.
Yeah, I saw you had stuff in the background there.
Yeah,
Yes.
hold on. Give me a second.
Go ahead. I'll start putting away stuff back here.
So I'm back.
Yay!
So, see behind me, we've got we got Watergate.
Yep. That's a 2-player game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're playing Maquis right now.
Uh-huh.
We got Horrified.
We played Horrified on stream. It was fantastic. I loved that
No
game.
means, so I figured we get it.
I've got Combo Fighter behind me.
Oh, I remember that one. Yep.
He's got Undaunted.
Ryan Murphy, thank you very much for the Extra Life donation. Looks like Ryan Murphy is trying for one of the prizes. So,
Nice.
Sims, we'll talk about prizes in a little bit. But
Yeah.
finish going through the games.
Oh yeah, so we've got Atlantis Rising, as you mentioned earlier. We've got Sorcerer.
Okay. Not familiar with that one. I don't remember.
Undaunted.
Undaunted. Cool.
Yep. And obviously we've got the library downstairs. Oh yeah, and
The big game, the big one.
The big one. That's like so big, we can't even. we can only show you the box for the expansion.
Yeah, let's go with that. Here's the expansion.
Oh no, here.
Oh, here you go.
Yeah, we got Fantasy Brawl.
Oh, that's right.
Fantasy Brawl.
So I told John the brief was get games that are 1 or 2 players, because if you two are going to be there overnight,
Yeah, we're gonna be locked in together.
yeah,
Yeah.
play some stuff. Oh, Ryan Murphy is really working on this prize.
That's good.
Sims, do you think it would be worthwhile to look at some of the prizes and see, because you have the back end, right? You can run reports to see which prizes have the most people donating for them.
Yeah, you wanna? Let me.
I don't know if that's really. Maybe we should just like highlight a couple that don't have a lot of entries yet, so
Yeah,
that people
so-
know that their odds are better if they put in for those ones.
Background Sims, the actual game.
Oh,
Yeah, Super Fantasy Brawl. It's a very cool game.
it's huge.
Yeah.
Okay.
This plays 30 minutes, I promise.
All right. So let me.
It's bigger than Dwellings of Eldervale.
Let me highlight some of the stuff that needs some love. So
Go ahead.
the luxury D&D game, surprisingly, I think we only have one person
Really?
in that.
We need to
I mean,
get
it
Derek
is-
on here to talk it up. We need him to explain just why this is such an incredible prize, because
I mean,
Derek's games are amazing, and
Yeah.
we really haven't got any way to communicate how astonishing his games are.
I mean, a lot of people have been wanting to play, have been wanting Derek to DM a game for them, and this is
Yeah.
their best chance. So
Yeah, and it's a $25 donation. Gets you
yeah,
an entry.
25. It's
Yeah.
a $25 donation. I mean, it seems like a lot.
And if you
but
win, you can split it with your friends, because you're going to be, it's for you and up to 5 friends, so up to 6 people. That's nothing. That's-
yeah, if you want to really better your chances, you and all your friends just donate and guarantee your group pretty much.
Fighting words in the chat. Jay Towers says, he's okay as a DM. Yeah. I mean, he's only been DMing since the early 80s, you know? He must have picked something up in all that time.
For those of you who haven't noticed yet, I did put up the Han and Leia sketch incentive.
Oh, I didn't see that.
And
It's
the
up-
Mana Crypt is up there.
Mana Crypt? Yeah.
Yep.
Pretty awesome.
Let me take a look. Let me see here. We still have plenty of t-shirts available.
Cool.
Let's see.
Sold out of hoodies,
Surprisingly,
though.
no one has donated for the King Domino set.
Oh, do you have King Domino set?
Oh yeah, we got a King Domino board game.
Oh
You
my
didn't see
god,
that?
show me this board game.
All right, never mind. That might change in a second.
Oh, the giant version of King Domino.
It says right there, giant version. Can
We can't see it because it's off camera.
Take a look.
Oh my. Yeah, it's huge. It's rather large.
No one. We've got. Let's see. We've got one in for the Mana Crypt. The scarves are still available.
What is the major thing with King Domino? It's like pocket size. You can basically bring it in.
I don't know. Andrew, do you know?
Yeah, so normal King Domino. Actually, I've got a copy around here somewhere. Hang on a second. I'm going to go grab my copy of King Domino.
The version in the back. Give me one sec, guys. Go ahead.
The custom art by Mike. Let's see what else is there. The custom portrait by Allison. So those are still up for grabs. A lot of great chances to win those. Yeah, we got 3 people who have donated towards the commander decks. Oh, which
Right,
by the
so-
way, it has to be. We have to give both away. I know I said we were gonna do one each, but I forgot that I had put up the description that it was for both.
Oh, okay.
And people had already donated, so you're gonna win both if you
That's
get.
pretty awesome. That's a good prize. So yeah, King Domino. Here is regular King Domino.
That is
it's about the size of my hand, right?
Yeah,
So
and this
that's how big King Domino is.
is how big this one is. That's almost twice my head.
Yeah. So it's the same game. It's just deluxe. It's just an enormous version of King Domino, which I think is awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
It's a great prize.
So, did you see the number we're at?
No, what are we at right now?
We're at 1,311. So
Oof,
yeah,
it's
we're
moving. We're moving that needle. Keep
Yep.
going, folks. It's right down there below me, right? Move that needle. I'm loving this. We had so much fun playing Kobolds Ate My Baby. We have 2 more copies of the book to give away, and 1 more copy of the sequel. Even more things to kill and eat, and we have several more Penny Arcade Kobold pins to give away.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. Hold that thought.
Here's a normal King Domino.
Yeah.
Oh,
Andrew
you got-
put out this version.
Okay, yeah.
Wait.
I grabbed the in-store one.
Hold on. As you can see, this is on the fly.
Thank you, Torbane, for the donation.
You know what I have on me?
Donations are coming in fast and furious now.
Wait, what was that? What was that Penny Arcade pin that you had?
Kobolds Ate My Baby from
really?
Ninth Level Games.
I've got this cool Sarkon.
Ooh.
Oh. Neat.
Ooh.
Yeah, I got Garrick.
Oh my gosh. Penny Arcade time.
Let's give these away.
I think we should.
Oh, you know what I have also that's really cool? This one you could only, unless you bought it on eBay, this one was only at PAX Australia. This is Chandra.
Oh. Ooh, that's a nice Chandra. Amanda got a Chandra at PAX East 5 years ago, but it's not that one.
Ah, yeah, this one's it's a fancy one.
I don't know if you want to give that away. That would have to be something hefty.
This has been sitting in my back pocket forever, so I don't mind giving it away.
Yeah.
I know that there are a lot of like, really big. I know that there are a lot of really big Penny Arcade collectors out there.
Yeah.
So
we'd have to get the word out. We'd have to make people know, like a lot of 4 Penny Arcade pins, like the Kobold and yours.
yeah, so we'll figure something out. Maybe
All right.
a milestone.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Maybe once we hit $2,000, or
Yeah.
we're actually not. We're moving pretty fast, so maybe we should go higher than $2,000.
Yeah.
All right, I have a cat. She is making noise. This is one of the advantages. There's many disadvantages to doing this way. Like, I can't be there with you folks, and we can't have like a whole bunch of people in the store. But it is really nice to be able to spend time with my cat.
People can still stop by.
Yeah, yeah. The store's open till 9:30. As long as we are not hitting our capacity limits for the store, folks are absolutely welcome to come in.
Two of us are in the loft, so we're all good.
It's gonna be weird though for the first time, unless we could figure out maybe a Zoom version of Werewolf.
Oh,
That'd be awesome.
We're doing that.
Andrew does have a Zoom version of Werewolf.
We're doing Zoom Werewolf.
We're doing Zoom Werewolf. That's happening tonight. It starts at 11 o'clock.
Werewolf mini we can put on for a display.
Do you have a Werewolf mini?
Yeah, it's in Horrified.
Oh yeah.
I got two.
Oh, you do? Oh, yeah, you do have two.
One in the Super Fantasy Brawl.
So, Andrew, what do you have up next?
That's a good question. It is what, 3 o'clock now?
Is it 3?
Really?
Yeah, it's 3 o'clock. We've been doing this for 3 hours, and we've only done one game, so I think we should do some faster games.
Okay.
John, do you have anything that plays fast?
We've already set up Marquee.
All right. Do you think you can run us through it, how it works?
I think so. Sim, do you want to try and play?
I am. Well, we can.
It's up to you.
Because
you like this game.
This game that we have right now is pretty good. Hold on, let me switch the camera.
All right, we'll switch camera.
All right, hang on a second. I'm going to actually take the stream down for a couple of moments.
Okay.
I just want to reset some stuff. So we're going to take a brief break. I'm just going to take the stream down for a couple of secs, and then we'll be right back with Maquis.
Okay.
Which is the game that John and Sims are playing.
Yeah, MAQIS. Oh, QUIS.
Yeah. All right, we'll be right back.
Do you want me to reset or?
Yeah.